It's the day after Thanksgiving, and that means only one thing. It's the state semifinals, and for the second consecutive season, the Hillsdale Falcons are here looking to get back to Canton and get some revenge on last year's loss. This is the Division 7 state semifinal. The McDonald Blue Devils coming in as the number 3 team in the state, taking on number 5 Hillsdale. And we got all the action coming your way on your smartphone, TV, PC, tablet, any smart device you have, with pregame coming your way next.
At Stoops Painting, we pride ourselves on quality work and attention to detail. We handle interior and exterior projects and always go the extra mile to ensure satisfaction. Call or text Garrett Stoops at 419-606-9015 for a free consultation or quote. That's 419-606-9015.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
Searching for stationery that feels personal? Make it truly inspired. From custom wedding invitations and greeting cards to business stationery and gifts, every design from Truly Inspired Paper Company is handcrafted in Ohio. Whether you're celebrating a milestone, saying thanks, or sharing everyday joy, we make it easy to create something beautiful and memorable. Visit trulyinspiredpaperco.com and make every message truly inspired.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
We welcome you inside the Sloan Concrete pregame show for this, the Division 7 state semifinal. Woo. Coming your way from snowy New Philadelphia, Ohio, Quaker Stadium. As the number 5 team in the state in Division 7, the Hillsdale Falcons, taking on number 3, McDonald. Hello, everybody, and happy Thanksgiving. My name is Travis Berardi, alongside the boss man, Brian Skoronsky, and one of the most monumental nights in OH Report history. We have 4 teams about to kick off here in 10 minutes with a chance to go to Canton in the state championship. So you and I are right here for the Hillsdale Falcons.
And what a matchup this is supposed to be. Of course, Hillsdale, they've got so much momentum on their side right now, and that chip, it is a block on their shoulder. They look like a team that has been building, working towards this moment, and looking to extend, get back into the state championship game where they were just a season ago, Travis, and try to finish off the job. But there is a monster waiting on the other side.
Yes.
An undefeated McDonald team, a fantastic program, enjoying arguably their best season in program history.
Yeah, we'll take a look at their team spotlight, and I'll explain about them. This is their 100th year of existence for this team. They have 626 victories, one of the best in the state of Ohio. Their 4th state semifinal appearance, but their first since 1994. They went to the title game twice and lost by a couple touchdowns each. And like I said, this is their 100th season, but this is their 17th undefeated regular season under head coach Dan Williams, who took over the team back in 2003. He graduated from the school the year I was born, 1988, so he knows this school. He is a legend up at McDonald, and he has his team rolling 40 points in their last 2 games.
And the defense has been playing very well this season as well, Travis. When you look at the point differential so far, about 22 points per game, including the postseason play, and it's a team that's accustomed to being in big games. They were on the cusp of getting to Final Fours the last few seasons, knocked off, though, before they had an opportunity to get here in positions, state semifinal bound. So this is a team also that's very hungry, very motivated, like Hillsdale is on the other side, to prove that they have what it takes to bring home the first ever state championship. But you got to get through a very dangerous Hillsdale team.
Yeah, but they have the pieces that could do it, and it starts at the quarterback position. The co-offensive player of the year in the D7 Northeast Inland District, that's Kyle Puckett. 68% completion percentage, 1,882 yards passing, 26 passing touchdowns.
And what I think is so interesting is that they're going to play a new, more modern-looking version of the wing tee. So for all of my triple option fans out there, people that enjoy watching Lucas Cubs football, that's exactly what they're going to bring to the table, just a little bit extra, and he is a killer out of the backfield in terms of passing.
Anthem about to be played, so we'll take a quick break. We'll be back with Hillsdale's Spotlight, keys to victory, and the kick right after this.
Searching for stationery that feels personal? Make it truly inspired. From custom wedding invitations and greeting cards to business stationery and gifts, every design from Truly Inspired Paper Company is handcrafted in Ohio. Whether you're celebrating a milestone, saying thanks, or sharing everyday joy, we make it easy to create something beautiful and memorable. Visit trulyinspiredpaperco.com and make every message truly inspired.
Back here in the Sloan Concrete pregame show, the McDonald Band just playing the national anthem, and now both teams stand for 5 minutes. Came out a little early. They're just amped up. This is a state semifinal. This is the Final Four. They want to be out here. They want to be ready, and, well, they got to wait just a little bit more. Hey, look at that guy down there. His name's Owen Sloan. Maybe we'll talk about him in a bit, but let's first talk about the Hillsdale Falcons as a team, and You and I have been talking about this since last December. This is a team that we thought maybe was ahead of their time. They got to the state championship a year before we think they get to a state championship, but they did. They had that experience, and they come back healthier. Now, I know Kyle Turk is out. A.J. Brown's out for the rest of the season. But other than that, this is a team that they want to be back in Canton. They got a chip on their shoulder, and they're in the right position.
This is a squad that brought back 6 All-Ohio players from a year ago. So you talk about being ahead of the curve, a bit ahead of schedule. That's exactly what Trevor Klein's team was a season ago. Ran into arguably the greatest team in the history of Ohio high school football. Yes. That team, that monster has been slayed in the regional championship. So what does that now do also for the demeanor and the motivation? You got to focus on here and now, but it definitely feels like perhaps maybe a weight off their shoulder, or I don't know, when there's not a Clubber Lang on the other side that you're looking forward to, that is a little bit of a unique circumstance as well. But I know for these Falcons that they spent all summer in the weight room. They've spent all fall thinking about this moment. It has come, it has arrived, and they are going to be up for the challenge. Yeah, this senior class, 41-10, 2 regional championships. And this was a fun fact that I found out today. Only in 4 quarters, all season playoffs, did they give up more than 1 touchdown. That is how good this defense is, and they've only allowed 200 total rushing yards against the team 3 times, and those were a couple in a blowout. Remember, this is a team that likes to run the ball in that wing T. But, so this Hillsdale team ready to go, and they're battle-tested, too, after Danville giving them a great shot last week. Sure, and then the WCAL, very top-heavy. They got 4 good looks during the regular season, and then in the first 3 games of the year, had a couple of decent games as well. But we all know that tonight, these type of conditions are about the running game, and none better in our area than Mr. Owen Sloan. You know how I said Puckett was the player of the year in the district? Well, this is the other co-player of the year, Owen Sloan. You see the video right here of him just running against Danville for 205 yards. 1,850 total this year, 29 touchdowns on 208 carries, and like we said, he is now healthy. He was not 100% last year at this spot, but this year he's ready to go, and he's that bell cow that you can just hand it to him and he's going to get you yardage. He's the program all-time leading rusher, all-time leading touchdown getter. He passed last year's amazing mark that he set as the all-time single-season record just a week ago. He's looking to pile on that, and Owen Sloan is a guy that right now it just feels like he's in a different dimension. He's playing on a new level, even from a season ago, and I think with his health being where it is, and then with the weather conditions, you can expect him to get 20-plus carries tonight, and I think he may flirt with that 200-yard mark again, and if he does, Travis, this is a guy that is close to going over 5,000 yards for his career. That's a couple miles, 2.5 miles right there for you, but yeah, that'll be something worth watching. Now for keys to victory, first for the Falcons of Hillsdale High School, and for me, we just talked about it. Feed the beast. Owen Sloan wants to be in this position. He wants the ball. Give it to him, and that will complement your key, Brian. Yeah, you got to be able to hit and connect on the easy passes. It's almost a quasi-run out there, kind of a de facto handoff. So I think if they can be effective in the short passing game, that's going to open things up for McFadden to go deep as well. And now the keys to victory for McDonald as we're about 45 seconds away from kickoff of this one. And once again, mine, well, the two-headed monster at running back. That would be Drew Zajac and Casey Miller. You run that wing T. Your running backs have gotten you here. And then yours, Brian, well, they could create some explosive plays, but also the passing game as well. They've been scoring with long, sustained drives so far during their postseason run. I think that they need to light the fuse on a couple of different occasions, go downfield, hit something over the middle, and if they can get some plays of 25-plus yards here tonight, they have an opportunity to knock off this Hillsdale team and prevent them from getting back to Canton for the 2nd consecutive season. Well, there we have it. This has been the Sloan Concrete pregame show as we are ready to go for this, the Division 7 state semifinal. But I'm sorry, folks, this is an audio cast only because of the fine folks over at Spectrum trying to put out a stream for every game. Hopefully they do, unlike they did last week. But we will have audio video for you after the game. But right now, we are going into radio mode and starting things off right here and right now. Hillsdale will get the ball in the second half. They will kick off. Hayden McFadden
boots it away. It is a little squib kick. It's going to be taken by the up back across the 30-yard line up to about the 32-yard line, and that is where the Blue Devils will have their first Heffelfinger meets first and 10. That was taken by Jordan Perry. He's a wide receiver you're going to be watching for here tonight.
Yeah, very interested to watch this offense at work. I've watched video. We had them live and free a couple weeks ago against Monroeville, and I love their strategy. They've got 3 ball carriers, 2 of them over 1,000 yards rushing on the year, and then typically in this type of a setup, you'll see your quarterback be that third option. He's not, Travis. He's a true pocket passer, and they build everything off of the play action. We'll see what they come out and do here on first down as Puckett.
To be a hand up the middle and nothing doing there. Taken down by multiple Falcons as we take a look at our first Crosby Advisory Group replay on the RESTREAM. That was handed off to Drew Zajac, and Drew Zajac got back to the original line of scrimmage, where actually he did get a yard for them, but not much. 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9.
Everybody wants to talk about all the accolades about this Falcons high-flying offense, and rightfully so. So many record setters, but defensively, they're a notch better than they even were a year ago.
2nd down, it's going to be another handoff. This time it's going to be a sweep to Miller. Miller getting the right side to 40 to 45, up to the 47, and that is good enough for a Heffelfinger meets first down. Give him 12 on the carry, the first down of the game.
Second leading rusher on the team. Now he is the leading rusher, and I love that between Miller and Zajac that they both are they're right around 1,200 yards for the season. He's a bit more of the guy that can catch you on the perimeter. Zajac, a much bigger back, the fullback that can pound you up the middle, so they really do have a great 1-2 punch that plays well off of one another.
Yeah, and then you never know what happens with the passing game. It's going to be Miller this time. Left side has a bit of a hole across midfield down towards the 45-yard line. He's going to get about 7 yards on that carry, and it's 2nd down and manageable, and that's what we're going to see from both of these teams. If you can get 5 yards on that first carry, it's going to put you ahead of the sticks and give you a good chance.
And this is exactly what McDonald wants to do. If you can start lining up and you can run at them for 5-6 yards per clip or even more, that's when the play action game can be so deadly. And this is a super balanced team. They're about 50-50 in terms of what they can do with the football. And here comes the jet sweep for the first time.
And
Josh
nothing
Crumpack.
doing.
Swat.
Owen Sloan will stop Crumpack behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a loss of about 1. It's going to be 3rd down and 4. And look at the Sloan just getting off the block and wrapping him up.
Yeah, great to see Owen Sloan out here flying around the field. And last year, hobbled at this time of year. That ankle 1,000,000% better than it was. And now, first 3rd down that McDonald will face on this drive.
3rd and 4 from the Hillsdale 46, possibly 4-down territory. They did do that successfully multiple times against Monroeville, so they're in their 4-down territory right here. It's going to be a handoff. Miller jukes a little bit, gets up to the line of scrimmage, nothing else. No gain, and now decision time here for McDonald. As they get no gain, it'll be 4th and 4.
And I love Knox Lewis and the paintures that he displays right here. He blows by him, a little zigzag to the outside, and he's able to drag him down right at the 45-yard line. New personnel coming in. Looks like it's going to be a punt formation. You got to be very aware, though, if you're the defensive special teams unit here for the Falcons.
But a great job by Hillsdale, twice getting into the backfield and stopping this. And now we're going to get, actually, it's a bunch formation up here in front of the punter, Brady Lochner. But it will get snapped to him. Kick is away, and Hillsdale will look to field this. They're going to get away. It's going to take a nice McDonald bounce, but inside the 20-yard line. However, the Falcons do what they needed to do. They get a stop on the first possession, and now we will see Owen Sloan and company go to work.
This is what the Falcons were certainly hoping to do, electing to defer, getting on defense. Now they get the football into the hands of their offensive unit. In the Final Four last year, very breezy conditions. I was down on the playing surface at Shelby for that one, and it really, really had a huge impact on the passing attack. Don't think that's going to be the case considering how the stadium is built.
Yes, beautiful facility here, built in the 30s. It's going to be a handoff. Sloan first possession. He gets a hole across the 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. He's going to go to the house on the first play. 79 yards. Falcons strike Owen Sloan.
We felt he was going to have a huge impact tonight. right out of the gates. One touch, one tutty. Owen Sloan. Did I mention this kid's been in a zone over 2 bills last week? He's looking for another Benjamin here, basically off of 1 carry. See you later. The speed, a burner into the open field. Goodbye.
What a hole made by that offensive line, and that's all it needed to be done. Just like that, just like 2 weeks ago, 1 play is all they needed to get on the board and get ahead here 6-0.
Falcons fans losing their mind out here. I see a couple of looks up here in the booth, and they're like, this is what we're talking about.
Brock Bauer on for the extra point. Kick is away, and that is right down Main Street. 8:38 left here. Opening quarter, Falcons 7, Blue Devils nothing. We'll be back.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Well, you wanted to see something out of this man, you got it. 1 play, 79 yards, Owen Sloan to the house. Hillsdale leads at 7-0 here at New Philly, D7 State Semi. Travis Berardi back here with Brian Skaronski. And Ski, before, on Monday when we were in our meeting, you had a choice of going to different games. You said, you know what, let's go. I want to come down to Hillsdale and call that game for you. You might be a little lucky charm seeing some highlights here as we start off. Kick is away. It's going to be fielded at the 20 with some room across the 30 up towards the 33-yard line. That's Josh Crumpack, and that is where McDonald will start 1st and 10. But we have to watch the replay one more time. I mean, you have to wrap him up. You cannot just dive at him because this is what's going to happen.
And let's give some credit to the dudes up front. There's enough of a hole in a window there for Owen Sloan to burst into the second level. He makes that little side slide to get around the only defender that even gets a half of a paw on him. And then we've seen this all year. It seems like last year he was able to throw it into 4th gear. This time he's got 5th and sometimes even 6th when he steps on the gas pedal. Goodbye. Look out when he is in the open field. No one has been able to catch him all senior year.
First pass attempt is just wide of 2 receivers for Kyle Puckett. It's incomplete, 2nd down, but yeah, I mean, that speed also showing on the defensive side. He had a couple no gains there, but you look at the Crosby replay, that was going to be intended for Casey Miller, just overthrew him on the out, and it will be 2nd down here, as now McDonald, might be reeling just a little bit from getting smacked in the face on that last play.
Yeah, typically they like to play off of the run game to set up the passing attack. Coming out here on 1st down with a misfire, getting behind the sticks here, 2nd and 10. We'll see how they elect to continue this drive as they do put it into the hands of Miller.
And Miller's not going to get much. Give him 2 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd down and long as you take a look at the Crosby replay. And this time Hillsdale clogging up those lanes and getting in there. I see number 7, that'll be Aiden Hoffman. Number 58 as well, that's Carson Stevens. It's 3rd and long.
Falcons have been incredibly stout up front all season long. One of the best defensive teams in program history. I think you could even say that this probably is the best defensive team that they have ever had. Showing it so far here early. Big 3rd down.
3rd and 8. It's going to be a pass down the left side. It is over the head of the receiver, Jordan Perry. It's going to be 4th down and another punting situation as Kyle Puckett starting 0 for 2 out here tonight.
And he just misfires on this one. Decent coverage on the back end as well by Bauer, one of the best cover corners that we have in North Central Ohio. But he had the space. He's got the size in there. You got to put him on him. 4-year starter at quarterback. That's just a misfire. And this could be really detrimental if the Falcons are able to drive the field again here after they get the football back.
So it's a punting situation. Hillsdale may get some good field position here. Is almost blocked. It's going to bounce at the 40 and just let go out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. But another decent starting position here for the Falcons as another, well, the first 3 and out of the game, I should say, because the Blue Devils did get 1 first down. But Hillsdale now, let's see if they can go more than 1 play. They're other than Owen Sloan, maybe a bit winded, but the rest of this team, I mean, this is like their first possession once again, so they should be able to get right back out there and get to work.
I'd love to see the coaching staff here go with a play action, try to take a deep shot here to Hayden McFadden. Obviously, you want to read and see what the defense is doing, but it looks like right now he's got one-on-one coverage with Jordan Perry. He's going to have the speed advantage, that being Hayden McFadden on the perimeter. Let's see if they take a shot.
Lewis takes the snap. He gives it to Sloan again up the middle. This time he's going to get surrounded by a pack of Devils, but still able to get 4 yards out of it. It'll be 2nd down and 6, and that's the amount you want if you're Trevor Klein's squad. You want the 3 to 4 yards, because with a guy like Sloan, what's 3 times 4? That's 12. That's a first down.
West Virginia math, baby,
go,
right here.
Right? Yeah.
Live and free on the OH Report. Great second option. Anytime you can just turn and hand it off to 26. And not a bad idea to continue to utilize him here. We're not even at the midway point here of the first quarter. Only 2 offensive snaps for the Falcons. They'll stretch it out to the edge this time.
Cuts up at the 30. He's taking a defender with him up towards the 35-yard line. They'll give him the 35. It's going to be a yard short. It'll be 3rd down and 1.
And these are always interesting, unique situations, especially from your own 35, because the defense is going to be very aggressive here. You've already seen the big play hits, the quick hitters. Do they elect to try to go to the air here? Kyle Lewis having the best passing season of any Falcon in the history of the program. Got to be able to trust him at times. We'll see if Coach Klein decides that this 3rd down play is one of them.
3 to the right for him, and instead he's going to hand off to Sloan, and Sloan's got him a first down. He's dragging defenders across the 40 to the 42. 7 yards. It's a Heffelfinger meets first down.
And look at how he just slithers here. There's a couple of different options right in his face. Andre Blake had a chance to get to him. Instead, he's to the 2nd level, and the linebackers have to make a play on Sloan as well. So far, 4 carries and carrying the load here offensively.
95 yards on those 4 carries and a score. 1st and 10 Falcons from their 43. 6 minutes left here in this opening quarter. D7 state semifinal. 2 wide to the left, 1 to the right. It's going to be a quick hitter left side. That's Brock Bauer across the 45 up towards midfield. He'll get knocked down at the 49, but that's a good 6-yard gain here on first down.
And this is what you want to do if you're the offense. Balance. You have to keep them thinking. Can't just turn and hand it off to 26 over and over again. So my key to victory was exactly what you just saw right there. Brock Bauer, sure-handed dude, crazy speed. Hayden McFadden, same thing. Make sure that these guys are sprinkling in some quick throws that are easy for Kel Lewis to distribute, and they basically go down as a first down run. It's pretty much 5 yards.
Yeah, and exactly what you want. Dink and dunk them to death if you have to. If it works, don't fix it. It's going to be a pitch, left side Sloan. Midfield, leans forward. He'll be about 2 yards short. Give him 2 yards. It's 3rd and 2.
Hard-nosed tackle Casey Miller coming up, small in stature, but he is fierce and forces Sloan to lower that pad level right there and upends him just on the other side of midfield to set up a 3rd and just a couple here for the Falcons. So it's another one of those decisions that do you try to take a shot here on a 3rd down? Playing one single high safety so far.
I think if this is 4 down territory, take that shot now. If not, give it to Sloan, see if he can get a yard, and then maybe give it to him again on 4th down. It's going to be a handoff, and he's leaning forward, gets the first down. Needed 2, he got 3, and like I said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Give it to your bell cow. He's going to get you that 3 yards.
And he just seems to, break through the panes of glass here. Owen Sloan's vision, too. That dude, he's got better than 2020. We'll call it 26-26 here just for the jersey number.
There you go.
He just seems to always find just enough space to be able to make it happen when they need it. Another first down, and the drive continues here in enemy territory at the 46.
Split wide receivers. It's going to be another quick hitter to Bauer. Caught it, 45, pushing forward towards the 40-yard line. He had maybe a yard gain, but then he just drug his defenders another 3 yards. It's 4. It's 2nd and 6.
Another nice decision here by the coaching staff. Quick hitter to the outside with these conditions the way that they are. Got to utilize it. Brock Bauer, couple of receptions here and some nice run after catch. Took 3 defenders to drag him down here on the near side.
Brock Bauer actually first team all-district defensive back, but being utilized more now with the injury to Kyle Turk. 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Owen Sloan behind. Kale Lewis is going to be a fake handoff. Right side, it's a pass to Bauer across the 40, 35, 30. Spins inside the 30. It's another first down by Heffelfinger meets, and just a fake. The handoff, get them to bite, throw it out to the right side, and off to the races is Brock Bauer. 3 catches already.
First time that they've went to the plus side of the field as well, where it's a bit more open and allow the speed of the receiver after the catch to make something happen. That's exactly what Brock Bauer has done. And you start throwing it to 3 over and over again. That might start taking some eyeballs off of number 10 here,
exactly.
Hayden McFadden, who split out here to the near side. Jordan Perry matched up with him one-on-one.
13 yards on the reception, 1st and 10 from McDonald 28. It's an end around to Bauer. 30, 25, 20, cuts back 15, 10, 5, leads to the goal line, and he's going to be down at the 1. 27 yards on the end around. So take a look at the replay. He's getting blocks downfield. That was Trevor Rubinault that laid a good block, but he just got taken down at the 1 by Josh Crumpack. It's 1st and goal, Hillsdale.
Looked like a hanky was on the field. I might have missed it. They're backing this one up right now, Travis.
And it's going to be a hold on Hillsdale, so hold the phone. They're going to back them up. They're going to back them up to the 27, so that was a block downfield. We'll see if we can see it here, but it's a downfield block, and maybe it was on Rubinault, and maybe held on just a little too much.
Yeah, really hard to pick up on it there on the replay. I didn't see it in real time as well. Perhaps it didn't affect the play. However, it's going to be a big one. First penalty against the Falcons. How do you try to make up for lost ground here? First down, all of your snaps still to try to do it, but backs up now at the 27.
You know, those yellow hankies off in the distance, they kind of blend in with the white of the snow sometimes, so that was a little bit hard to see. But it was 11 yards down the field, so it's going to be 1st and 9 now for the Falcons here from the McDonald 27. 2 wide to the left, 2 wide to the right for Lewis. It's going to be a fake handoff, throws it right side. That's Knox Lewis makes the catch. He's going to get positive yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Knox Lewis, a bigger part of the passing game this season than he was last year, and the brother connection paying off right here. 31st catch. He's approaching 400 yards for the season. Nice big target to the outside, and the first player not named Brock Bauer to touch the football in the passing game.
5 yards on the catch. It's 2nd and 4. Now at the 22, approaching the 3-minute mark here. 3:15 left opening quarter. In this D7 semi, it'd be huge for Hillsdale to take a multiple possession lead here early on. 2 wide to the left for Lewis. Sloan in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff. Sloan goes right side, has a hole. 25, 20, 15, still dragging defenders down inside the 10. It's a 1st down and goal.
What a run of about 15 yards here for Owen Sloan as he wiggles to the outside and then right there gets low, runs right through the arm tackle that was put on by Casey Miller, and he's just so strong. Vision, speed, durability. Owen Sloan showcasing everything here in these first 10 minutes.
14-yard carry, 1st and goal from the 8 for the Falcons. 2 wide receivers to the left once again. Sloan behind Lewis. Kale's going to throw it quick left side. That's going to be caught by Aiden Salyer, and he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons. Aiden Salyer with the reception. And I believe that's
his second TD of the season.
TD of the year, yeah.
Just 4th catch, though. And do you game plan for guys that just have 3 catches on the year? No, that's exactly why they draw it up just like this. You have the awesome run by Owen Sloan. You're inside of the 10-yard line. Everybody's thinking run, run, run. Of course, 26 is going to get the ball. No! They throw it to a dude who has seldom touched it all year long, and it pays off. Big score here for the Falcons.
He rarely saw the ball in the playoffs. I had to look at the stat sheet for a second. Bauer adds the extra point, and just like that, 2:39 left in the first. The Falcons flying high. It's 14-0.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local trained comfort specialist.
Eight-yard completion, Lewis to Salyer makes it 14-0 Hillsdale over McDonald here in the D7 state semi. Travis Berardi, Brian Skoronsky here. Our other three games, all 7-0. Shelby leading 7-0. Kirtland up on Crawford 7-0. Cincinnati Anderson up 7-0 on Big Walnut. This is going to be taken with a bit of a hole, but a nice tackle. That's on Quinn Schmidt. Gets out to about where their normal starting position has been for McDonald, just beyond the 30. That's where it will be started for them, 1st and 10. But you got to think that maybe it's a drastic time for them. They got to get something going here, because if you give the ball up and give up another score, then you're looking at, no territory early on.
Well, if I'm a detective out here and I'm just basing my case off of body language right now, you see the Falcons, everybody's up over on the sideline. The Littles are having a good time. The cheerleaders are jumping around. Over on the far side in the dark blues, not quite the same energy right now. All it takes, though, is a little bit of spark. Miller's going to get him one right here. Nice first down run and more.
He gets across midfield on the carry, gets down to the Hillsdale 48-yard line. That's their second first down so far. 23 yards on the carry by Miller, and it's 1st and 10 right into Hillsdale territory, and that's the spark they needed, because they went 3 and out last time. Hillsdale, the long drive, got to get this back to within 7. This is what we saw last week too. Hillsdale up 13-0 on Danville. Danville gets a big play to get back in it, and that kind of changed the momentum for a little while.
Brady Heller with a touchdown-saving tackle right there as well. They needed him to come through as they go with the end around this time, and Crumpack to the outside. He's got a window.
Yeah, inside the 40, inside the 35, down to the 34. 14 yards, 15 yards on that. It's another first down, and here come the big plays by this running attack, this wing T attack, that time on the jet sweep.
And last week against Mogador, both times that they scored, instantaneously McDonald responded. They had touchdown drives. Weren't able on the first one. This would be absolutely crucial if they come up with points here.
Zajac handoff up the middle. Nothing doing that time. Falcons all over him. Maybe a yard gain. They will give him one. It's 2nd down and 9 as you take a look at the replay, and just that middle just clogged right up.
It's a kid who averages about 6.4 yards per clip. Hasn't been able to see the holes that he's been accustomed to over these last few weeks during the playoffs. Falcons are doing a great job right now within the interior. They're not allowing anything, none of that beef to be moved up front right now. Everything that has popped so far for the Devils has been to the perimeter.
Aiden Hoffman in there on the tackle. Miller gets the handoff. He gets to the left side of that sweep. This time not going to get a lot of yardage. He will get positive yardage. 3 to be exact. It'll be 3rd down and 5. That time it was a good job by Hillsdale. That was Trevathan to kind of cut him back in. He got to the outside, forced him to cut back in, and didn't allow him to get out into that open space.
Falcons force another 3rd down here. Need about 4. Obviously 4-down territory for McDonald.
Zajac, the lone man in the backfield. Fakes the sweep, fakes the handoff, and now we're going to have a flag before the play, and we got a false start against McDonald. Play was stopped by the referees. We'll take a look at the replay, and must have been on the man in motion, Crumpack.
A couple of guys might have had just enough. You know, it's hard to tell sometimes from our vantage point. Those referees, they are right on the line of scrimmage, and any minute movement can draw a flag. And this is a costly one. You know, you go from 3rd and 4 in a team that is used to picking up 5 or 6 yards per clip. Now when you back it up and you look more at a 3rd and 9 situation, might have to go to the air.
They don't have to run another play. However, they did break the huddle with 9 on the play clock. And it's going to be a pass. Looking right side, throwing. Owen Sloan knocks the ball out of the intended receiver at the last possible second, and it is decision time. The clock stopped at 1 second, so we will have to see what McDonald does here on 4th and 10, but that was intended for Perry. Sloan at first thought he was going to be able to jump it for an interception, but instead a smart move by him just knocks the ball out of the hand of Perry and forces the 4th down decision.
The pressure up in Puckett's face didn't allow him to deliver that with very much velocity as well, so it's a little bit undercooked for Perry. It allows Sloan to catch up, knock it out of his hands. That's a huge disruption. You have to go to the sky now, and for the Falcons, this is a chance for your defensive ends to really try to tee off, and they're going to have to go to work here to get it off.
Down to 2, down to 1, barely gets it off. It's going to be a pass. Looking right side, looking deep for Crumpack, and it is going to be intercepted. Brock Bauer breaking a record with that pick.
Yeah, that's his 10th career interception right there. That is the new Falcon standard. You don't throw at Brock Bauer one-on-one in coverage. He has the upper hand right there in that situation on the target for Crumpack, and the Falcons got all the momentum heading into quarter 2.
We've played one here in the D7 state semi. Falcons with the ball when we return.
Searching for stationery that feels personal? Make it truly inspired. From custom wedding invitations and greeting cards to business stationery and gifts, every design from Truly Inspired Paper Company is handcrafted in Ohio. Whether you're celebrating a milestone, saying thanks, or sharing everyday joy, we make it easy to create something beautiful and memorable. Visit trulyinspiredpaperco.com and make every message truly inspired.
Falcons with a bend but not break possession there defensively. Brock Bauer with his 10th career pick breaks a record with that, and they take over deep in their own territory, up 14-0 as we begin second quarter action. Travis Berardi, Brian Skoronski, kind of warm here inside the press box, but a lot warmer than the folks out here. The pack stands here as hopefully it turned out the lights in Jeromeville, whoever the last person was out, because the whole area is here for them.
Yeah, everybody out in the outskirts of Ashland here in the building today, and it might be cold down there, but not on the sidelines. The energy, it's palpable. You can feel it. We're over on the visitor side where the Hillsdale fans are all hanging out, plus over on the sideline here. And after that first touchdown run, first offensive snap of the game where Owen Sloan took off for the long tutty run, it just felt like the momentum has been captured, and they have not really garnished any of that. The interception, huge, and if they can get another score here, look for heads to start to drop a little bit over on the other sideline. And worst case scenario here, if you're McDonald, they got to start playing with some pride now on the 2nd down and 6.
Sloan's first down carry goes for 4. 2nd down and 6. It's going to be a quick hitter to Hayden McFadden. Makes the catch, makes one defender miss, gets a block. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Can he beat a defender? He does. 50, 40, 30. He's going to go to the house. 89 yards. Touchdown, Falcons. Oh, my goodness. We haven't said his name yet tonight, but for the first time we do, and he goes to the house.
How about the 2 record-setting superstars, the seniors, on their first touch of the game, changing the entire complexion, almost a 90-yard burner down the sideline, and I knew nobody was going to have the angle to get Hayden McFadden in that situation, and that's exactly why you prioritize getting the ball to guys like Brock Bauer and Knox Lewis early. Take your eyes off of number 10 because, boom, just like a magician, look this way. I'm actually bringing it over here. Unbelievable execution, and now it's a 21-0 cushion. Fly, Falcons, fly.
11:04 left in the half, and the Falcons, like you said, they're riding high. We'll be back to see if McDonald has an answer.
At Stoops Painting, we pride ourselves on quality work and attention to detail. We handle interior and exterior projects and always go the extra mile to ensure satisfaction. Call or text Garrett Stoops at 419-606-9015 for a free consultation or quote. That's 419-606-9015.
21-0 Hillsdale leading McDonald here.
Woo!
13 minutes in, and let's talk about the blocking out here. I mean, look at the block. I believe that was Aiden Salyer who had the touchdown, got to the corner, got a little shove legally, and opened up that hole for Hayden McFadden.
Yeah, it's all about doing it legally out there on the perimeter, because even though it impacts the play, I think McFadden was going to have the corner anyways, though we've got a flag down on the field, and the Falcons offside here on the kickoff. Kind of a rare one.
So it's an offsides. We'll re-kick again, but, I mean, 79 yards, 89 yards, so you know what's next. 99 yards, maybe. Not hopefully, but this is a big play, and your key to victory. Just a little bubble screen pass, let your big play speedy receivers do the job, and let your wide receivers. We haven't said as much this year. They have a very good blocking receiver core as well, and you saw that in that last play.
That's an underrated part of Hayden McFadden's game, is his ability to get downfield and block as well. Everyone looks at the numbers he's put up, and how about 41 receiving touchdowns? Travis, he's in, I think, the top 15 in the history of the state.
Yeah.
For receiving touchdowns. This kid has been such a dynamic threat, but here's one to the outside.
Off to the races. McFadden's the only one to beat, and McFadden is going to wrap him up, but McDonald has their big play.
Just on the outskirts, or actually, flag comes in late.
Maybe a late hit, but we'll see it here on the replay. And just look at that, reversing field, and this is the big play. You talked about speed for Hillsdale. Krompak's that guy that can get McDonald going as well, as you see. Tackle late out of bounds, so that's going to add on.
Yeah, I think Davis Ratcliffe is going to be whistled. That's going to be a dead ball personal foul, so they're going to be well inside of the red zone with an opportunity to try to start chipping away. That was exactly the shot in the arm that this McDonald team needed. You might think 21-0, but there's so much time here in this game, Travis. 11 minutes to go here in the second quarter. If they can strike back here early, it starts changing the complexion of things just a little bit.
Yeah, and this is just, the spot they need. You're talking about how they answered. They had a drive going. The penalty really hurt them last time, but you see it immediately again. Hillsdale scores, but they're right back at you applying that pressure. 1st and 10. It's going to be a handoff left side, Miller. Miller gets inside the 10, down towards the 5. He's going to get the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the carry. It'll be 2nd down and about 4.
Well done with the tackle there. Trevathan able to go with the Superman, catch a piece of the back of the jersey and rip him down to the field at about the 7-yard line.
So it'll be 2nd down and 4. They can get one more first down at the 3. Miller again on the sweep. This time he's met immediately, taken down at the 5-yard line, I believe, or maybe they give him the 6. It's hard to see with these lines covered up with snow, but he does get positive yardage. It'll be 3rd down and short.
Yeah, an aggressive tackle there. Spun down here. I think that Stevens ended up playing a pretty nice little lick there on the play.
It will be 3rd down and 3, though, from the 6. McDonald desperately needing a score here in the second quarter. Falcons 2 big play touchdowns and a nice long drive, resulting in an 8-yard score. Miller and Zajac in the wing T. It's going to be a handoff the middle, left side. Gets the bounce outside, gets towards the end zone. He's carried into the end zone. Touchdown, McDonald, and there's the answer that they needed.
Just pure raw speed right there. The acceleration. Put his left foot in the ground. When we spin back this replay, you will see it. That was the key. Stretching it out to the edge and breaking it in. Nobody able to catch him. Falcons look like they had a shot at him right here, and then just boom, turns up and like a missile fires himself into the end zone. Great response by McDonald, getting it done. Special teams setting it up for the short field, and that one just does go over to make it 21-7.
So the Devils have an answer, but do they have an answer on defense? We'll find out after the break.
Searching for stationery that feels personal? Make it truly inspired. From custom wedding invitations and greeting cards to business stationery and gifts, every design from Truly Inspired Paper Company is handcrafted in Ohio. Whether you're celebrating a milestone, saying thanks, or sharing everyday joy, we make it easy to create something beautiful and memorable. Visit trulyinspiredpaperco.com. and make every message truly inspired.
So the long return by Crumpack sets up the 6-yard run by Miller. And just like that, McDonald on the board. They've cut it back to a 14-point deficit, 21-7. Still plenty of time left in this game, too. 9:35 left in the half. But the question is now, can they stop this Hillsdale offense that's been rolling? McFadden takes the ball at the 20, gets outside 25-30, 35-40, 45, runs out of bounds at the 46. A great answer to the answer by the Falcons.
Yeah, nice little John here as well. Nice job of keeping your feet, and that's something that's kind of an underrated ability. I was out doing a little video before the game. I don't have cleats on, of course, but it's a little bit slick on this playing surface if you don't have the cleats going and really getting that grip. So to move as fast as some of these athletes like a McFadden are able to burn out there, just having the ability to kind of bow out your run a little bit like he did to set him up with nice field position, something that I thought was worth acknowledging.
2 wide to the left, Sloan in the backfield, 2 behind Lewis. He throws a quick hitter left side that's caught by Salyer, and he gets up to midfield. A nice 5-yard gain there on first down.
Sophomore provided a huge impact. His second catch, he's got the touchdown, of course, and had the big block to set up McFadden for the latest score for the Falcons. And if you can just keep hitting them with such a variety of combinations where it's not just a jab, now it's a 1-2, hit him with a hook shot as well. This has been a very impressive offensive performance so far here for Hillsdale.
Had 3 catches for 30 yards coming into the game, but it looks like they have that nice complementary piece replacing Kyle Turk, who's out with injury tonight. 2nd and 5, 2 wide to the right this time for Lewis, but he hands it off to Sloan across midfield. 45, he's got a first down easily. Give him about 8 yards.
Tyler Nalbach with an aggressive tackle here at the end of the play. But this is what I'm talking about with the vision of Owen Sloan. Just a couple of, 1-2 steps, and then boom. Once he sees the crease, he hits it immediately. Fresh set of sticks here now at the 43-yard line. And the Falcons, just like that already, moving the football back into enemy territory and putting a lot of pressure here on the Blue Devils.
Patience is a virtue, and that's what Sloan has, letting that hole get set up and then taking off down in it. 3 wide to the right for Lewis, but it's going to be a stretch play to Sloan. Sloan puts the ball into his right shoulder, gets about 2 yards, but this time McDonald was there for it, led by Jordan Perry on the short gain, 1 yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
And Dom Sampson, lucky that he did not get called for a horse collar right there. He had his hand initially there within the padded area, eased off just at the right time. Still goes down as a 1-yard run. So for the Falcons, offense, it's come fast, it's come furious for them. This is one of their few times so far, Travis, that they've got a second and now longer situation.
But you have Owen Sloan that can give you 8-9 yards in 1 carry, and we'll see what they do that. Quick hitter, actually. Left side, that's going to be Davis Radcliffe. Radcliffe, the 45-30, 25-20. He's going to break one. Touchdown! Just like that. Who cares if it's 2nd and 9? They're going to take it 42 yards and make it 27-7.
Someone packed a whole bunch of dynamite out here in the offensive playbook tonight for the Falcons. No matter where they're going with the football, there are explosions all over the field. The speed, the versatility, the variety of playmakers, all on display so far. You want to talk about Thanksgiving yesterday? This has been a full feast. We've already had the appetizers, the main course. All that's left is for dessert, and only halfway here through the second quarter, but they do miss the PAT.
That's one thing going for McDonald, but what isn't is the scoreboard. It's 27-7 Falcons, 7:24 left in the half.
Searching for stationery that feels personal? Make it truly inspired. From custom wedding invitations and greeting cards to business stationery and gifts, every design from Truly Inspired Paper Company is handcrafted in Ohio. Whether you're celebrating a milestone, saying thanks, or sharing everyday joy, we make it easy to create something beautiful and memorable. Visit trulyinspiredpaperco.com and make every message truly inspired.
The hits just keep coming for the Falcons of Hillsdale. They lead now 27-7 over McDonald. 7:24 left here in the half. Division 7 state semifinal. Winner of this will play next Saturday, 10:30 a.m. at Hall of Fame Stadium. And if it's the Falcons, you know we'll be there. McFadden with a little squib kick this time. Is going to be fielded by the up back at about the 25. That's Klockner. And he's going to get across the 35 up to about the 38-yard line. And that's where McDonald will begin.
We were just talking during that brief break. 5 different receivers have all had connections from Kel Lewis, the junior quarterback. He has been cooking with all the ingredients so far and utilizing them all to their maximum potential and strength. Couple of guys that maybe some Falcons fans that are just casual Falcons fans are just learning their names here tonight. The latest getting into the end zone, Ratcliffe. They got a lot of different guys, plenty of ingredients that you can throw out there on any given play, as we've got a connection here. Nice hookup with Crumpack, and we saw what this kid can do. He is electric with the football in his hands all the way down to the 41.
Yeah, just a quick hitter. Get it to your playmaker with speed out there. It was a quick 5-yard curl. He makes the catch, makes the defender miss, and he does get across midfield down to the 43-yard line. So a good yardage there. It's the first completion by Puckett. And McDonald back on the move, down by 20. Hillsdale fans stomping on the bleachers, yelling for their defense to pick things up.
Visitor bleachers basically packed out here tonight.
It's going to be another pass down the right side. It's overthrown, and it is in and out of the hands of Porter Borman. Almost a pick there for the Falcons. Incomplete. It's 2nd and 10.
Oh, the freshman's going to want this one back. This is exactly what you dream of right there. His eyes probably as wide as saucers, came right at him, widely overthrown. Just goes down as an incompletion. Big break here for the all-district performer Puckett. Nearly gave one away. That could have been devastating.
Couple quick scores. Shelby up 14-7 on Indian Hill. It's going to be a handoff now. Right side, Miller on that little sweep. Gets up the middle, across the 35 to 30. Still on his feet across the 25. Down to about the 23-yard line. And another chunk play. Another first down for McDonald.
Just zigzagging his way through heavy traffic. Weaving his way, switching lanes. Miller's an impressive ball carrier. When he has just a little crease, he's able to totally take advantage. You saw it right there with the latest carry.
20 yards on that gain, and right back at you come McDonald. Trailing by 3 scores here, but again, got to get a touchdown here, got to get some momentum back.
Trying to keep up with the Joneses, with the Falcons as hot as they have been on offense. You almost feel like you have to score on every drive. This time stacked up. Nowhere goes the ball carrier except for into Jake Haven's arms.
Haven wrapped up Miller this time. Again, trying that sweep off to the right, and everything was clogged up that time. Haven, great job shedding the tackle, wrapping him up, and getting him for no gain. It's 2nd down and 10. Now remember, this is the wing T. Not many teams run that except for, well, the Lucas Cubs, who the Hillsdale Falcons saw and defeated 31-0 in week 2.
Yeah, and talked to a couple of assistant coaches before the game, and they thought that was a huge benefit that they see him every single year during these players' careers as we get the second completion here on the drive. Miller with the snag downfield.
Yeah, a big pass down there to Casey Miller, down to the 9-yard line, and just like that, again, 1st and goal now on the 14-yard completion. So right when you think you get a loss, that's the second time Hillsdale's had a stop for no gain or a loss, and right back at you, McDonald with a chunk play. Confidence still out there for McDonald despite being down 20.
Well, you've got a senior quarterback in Puckett, and you know that he's not going to let up. Doesn't want this to be his final game.
Miller tries cutting right side on that sweep again. Cuts it back, though, as Hillsdale, great job as you see on the replay here, Brian, the outside, the corners, and that defensive end there, that's Haven, cutting him back in. And that's where Hillsdale's successful, is when they don't let Miller get to that corner.
You got to stick to your cues and play your assignment football on defense against this style. That's exactly what you saw from the Falcons on a big first down stop. as we've got 2nd and goal on the way here from the 8. And for McDonald, as I just detailed, you kind of feel like you've got to score a touchdown here on every drive.
You do, because Hillsdale gets the ball out of the half. Miller, again in the backfield, again tries cutting it back up. Will get to about the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 2, however, it's goal to go. So it'll be 3rd and goal from the 6. And like you said, field goal don't help them here. Because you score here quick enough, Hillsdale's still going to get the ball back with time, and then out of the half, they get the possession again. So you have to score here, and you have to get it at least to maybe the 2-3 yard line on this play, because Hillsdale, their secondary, when they know the pass is coming, they're pretty lethal.
That's a big play call right here. See if they try to move the pocket, get Puckett on the move.
Both Zajac and Miller in the wing tee. It's going to be a quick pass. Puckett, he's going to roll out to his right. Looking. He gets sacked in the backfield.
What a play coming in off of the pressure. And Stevens drops him down for the sack.
Oh, and his offensive lineman actually pushed him into the play. It's a loss of 4. It's 4th and goal from the 10.
Puckett's had such a phenomenal career, 68% completions on the season. He'll need his 27th touchdown pass here to try to keep up. Ginormous 4th down play coming. Falcons fans shaking their bells, trying to get loud.
Puckett fakes the handoff, looking for the swing pass. Crumpack catches it. Crumpack looking for the end zone. He doesn't get it. It's a turnover on downs. He got maybe to the 3 on a reach, but he needed the end zone, and the Falcons take it back over.
Owen Sloan defends this perfectly. He comes out, he gets down into a squared up position and forces him to try to move it out to the perimeter where he runs out of space. And just like that, Hillsdale gets the football back, ends the momentum on the side for McDonald. And you talked about all the long plays. You wanted to see that 99-yarder. Well, they can go for 97 here, Travis.
Cale Lewis, I'll give you some numbers for him right now. He's 8 for 8, 172 yards and 3 scores.
Is that good?
That's pretty darn good. That's some numbers for full games for high school. That's only in almost a half. Sloan takes a handoff. He's going to get across the 5 up to about the 7-yard line, so give him about 5 yards or 4 yards on the carry, and that gives Hillsdale a little bit more cushion back there inside the shadow of their own end zone.
Yeah, just slides through the open door there into the arms of Sampson. As you mentioned, sometimes breathing room, that's all that you really need to feel comfortable back there. Anytime you're taking the snap with your heels on your own goal line, never ideal. As we're getting short on time here, under 3 minutes to go. And for the Falcons, you'd love to put more points on the board, but just a couple of first downs too as well.
Exactly.
Would be huge.
Even if you just run the clock out. Sloan gets the handoff, cuts out to the right side across the 10. He's got first down yardage. He gets out of bounds at the 14-yard line, and that's good enough for a Heffelfinger meets first down. 7 yards on the carry.
Owen does such a nice job as well of just moving the football from left arm to right arm, always protecting it. I mean, certainly we've been glazing 26 so far here tonight, all the accolades, and just as well as he has played on his senior season, but it's just so evident the air of confidence that he's been playing with so far in his 12th grade campaign, and a guy that when we talk to him in the post-game interviews, and that's been a bunch this year, always deflecting, always giving the praise to everybody else. That's exactly what you want. Great teammate. And another completion here. Ratcliffe with his second catch. Actually, excuse me, that's going to be Bauer with another snag here on the near side.
Yeah, it'll be his 4th catch on the little bubble screen. They're going to give him 3 yards on it. It'll be 2nd down and 7 as the clock winds to under 2 minutes left here in the half. And you're right earlier, Brian. If you don't score, it's all right, just that you run the clock out because you get the ball in the second half. And you can make it a 4-score game no matter what. If you score here, that's even bonus because you could force maybe a running clock if you score in the second half. But if you don't, just don't give it back to McDonald to get some momentum.
And that's exactly the message being delivered here by Coach Klein. Snap comes at about 10 seconds on the play call.
Sloan carrying a defender across the 20, across the 25 to the 26, 8 yards. It's a first down.
And this is why you don't exactly play to run out the clock, because you've got these quick hitters, baby. All my slot machine players out there, sometimes all the sevens align. Boom. We've seen it so far here tonight from these big-time playmakers for the Falcons. Sloan, he was about a foot away, really, of taking that one and breaking it off for another long touchdown run as the clock spins down to $1:15.
Falcons do have all 3 timeouts. 5 wide set. Man in motion, Sloan. It's a fake. It's going to be a quick hitter, but it's intercepted. Lewis underthrew his receiver. It's picked off by Perry. Perry's still on the move, and he's finally going to get taken down inside the 20, inside the 25, down to the 21. The first mistake by the Falcons tonight, and McDonald with 1:02 left and 3 timeouts. They have a chance to get back on the board here.
And that's the risk that you take when you go ahead and you look to try to push the ball, drive it downfield, looking for McFadden. Had the one-on-one. Jordan Perry wins that matchup. He had the size advantage. 6'3", $190 is what he's listed at. That's a great read. Nice reaction as well. And for Kale Lewis, if that's a pump fake first, because he 100% bid on that.
And he had his man.
Oh, no help over the top. Instead, it's a big turnover and a chance for McDonald to cut this down to 2 scores.
It's going to be a pitch left side Zajac. Flag on the play, though. I believe we're going to have a legal procedure or a legal motion on this, and this is going to go back 5 yards. No, they're going to get a sideline warning. My fault on McDonald, so the play will stand, and Zajac will get inside the 15 down to the 14. So it'll be an 8-yard gain. And it'll be 2nd down and short. Sideline warning, you get 1 warning before being penalized with it. So they do get positive momentum, but the clock's still running with 48 seconds. We saw this with Hillsdale last week against Danville. They got down inside the 5-yard line with 1 play to go before the half, didn't get it, and that opened up some momentum for Danville. They came back, actually took the lead in the second half before Hillsdale and Sloan got the lead back and got the big pick to win it.
Yeah, full pocket full of timeouts as they look. Get the burner to the outside.
Yeah, he had this jet sweep. He gets around, and we get 2 more flags on the play. Take a look at the fake handoff jet sweep. Crumpack gets around his defender, gets pushed out of bounds, and then I don't know what the flags are on. We did see 2 players on the ground. It's going to be a hold on McDonald. So let's look at the replay again, Brian. I think I know where it's at. Right there. Maybe the tug on 11, or it's ahead here.
It came
tackle,
further
yes.
down the field. See a block in the back. I think that's Jordan Perry on the perimeter.
So that will back them up. They did get the yard to gain, but it's back to a 2nd and 5 now. After all that, it's a loss of 3, but more importantly for Hillsdale, runs clock, it gets it down to 26 seconds.
Yeah, still got a lot of time here. You're the Blue Devils, 3 downs to work with. Play action over
Puckett.
a little underthrown.
Yeah, incomplete, out of the hands of the receiver there, and it will be 3rd down and about 5.5. As you see, had his man, but he just underthrew him.
Yeah, Brady Schobel broke off his route pretty decent, but the coverage as well, right where it needed to be. Porter Borman right on top of things. And for McDonald's and their longtime head coach, Don Williams.
Yeah.
Tough situation to be in here, but you're not going to panic with your senior quarterback. He's been playing pretty consistent since that first quarter where he was a little bit off target.
Especially if you can get a score here, feel a little bit better about yourself going into the half. 3rd down and 5. Puckett rolling to his left, looking to pass. Now he's getting rushed. Goes back to his right, breaks 1 tackle, cuts back up, and he gets laid down inside the 20 at the 19. It's going to be about a loss of 1, and it's going to be 4th down and about 7 with 11 seconds left. And you see just great coverage sack there by the Falcons. And in on the tackle was Deacon Borman, as we will get a timeout by McDonald.
Cowbell's going crazy out here in Hillsdale land, man. They're enjoying this one, and that's not really Puckett's strong suit. Only 7 carries on the year for a wing T quarterback, so he truly has been a pocket passing type of threat. But the Falcons, when they've put on a little bit of heat, Stevenson almost got him for another sack. Nicely done to evade that. Gets to the second level, so at least they have a chance here from the 19-yard line. Can pick up a first down just outside of the 10. 2 timeouts, so everything's still on the table here for the Blue Devils. And on the flip side, as we talked about for Hillsdale, if you can take a 27-7 cushion into the break, you're getting the football to start the second half. This is about as good as you could possibly dream against a number 3 team, undefeated Blue Devils, who are enjoying just an unbelievable season so far. This is a big play coming up right here on this 4th down.
They break the huddle. One wide to the left is Jordan Perry. Puckett takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's going to look for Perry. No, it's a throwback. It is in front of Miller, and he had to dive for it. Does he have enough for the first down? He does not. You saw the referee point the other way. He only got about 5 yards on it. He was a little too much, made the catch and fell short of the line to gain, and the Falcons hold. Wow. He had room, too.
Puts a little bit more touch and some air under that one. The only player out there is Deacon Borman. Sophomore would have had to make a one-on-one tackle. Said, come up empty-handed, and the Falcons probably just going to take a knee here or hand it off to Owen Sloan. Take this into the break with the 20-point cushion and just 2 quarters away from getting back to Canton.
And there is the knee. The Falcons with all the momentum, 2 stops inside the red zone late, 3 big plays. They lead by 20 at the half. Division 7 state semifinal. Stick around. We will have the halftime band show for everybody coming up live and free. This is the D7 state semi on the OH Report.
At Stoops Painting, we pride ourselves on quality work and attention to detail. We handle interior and exterior projects and always go the extra mile to ensure satisfaction. Call or text Garrett Stoops at 419-606-9015 for a free consultation or quote. That's 419-606-9015.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
Next, we bring back a song from earlier in the season. Originally written for Janet Jackson, this hit became the only Grammy-winning single for the artist who performed it. Tonight's performance features seniors Lilia Shevsky, Autumn Vaughn, and Michaela Schwindeman and Michaela Simmons. We hope that our rendition of this 2003 Britney Spears hit doesn't come off as too toxic. Finally, we bring you a song for the days that you're feeling down and out. With solos from Chloe Ritchie, Blake Schwan, and Mandy Jones. We have a song that you can sing to turn your day around. After blue skies fade into gray, after passions gone away, well then it sounds like you've had a bad day. This has been the 2025 Hillsdale Falcon Marching Band. The Hillsdale Falcon Marching Band again thanks you for your encouragement, music education in our schools and schools around the nation. Wish McDonald's Band good luck and safe travels. The Hillsdale Falcon Marching Band tonight is in the direction of Miss Rachel Kelly, Flag Director, Miss Elizabeth Terwilliger and Mr. Zachary Johnston, Percussion Directors, Mr. DR, Assistant Band Director, and Mr. Alan Terwilliger, Head Band Director. One more round of applause for the pride of Hillsdale, the Falcon Marching Band. Marching Band! Welcome to our 2025 show called Unstoppable, a celebration of strength, spirit, and drive. Tonight we kick things off with Macklemore and Ryan Luce's hit, Can't Hold Us, with a beat that pushes forward and energy that won't quit. This opener sets the tone for a performance that you will forget. Here is Can't Hold Us.
You almost like grimace or change the channel when the offense is on, and then on defense. All right, it's time again.
Next up, the flag line lights up the night with Katy Perry's Firework. Paired with striking visuals, this song reminds us that everyone has the power to shine and make their moment count. Enjoy Firework.
I felt so bad. I felt so bad for Pat last night. So bad.
Dude, how about Joe Burrow coming to the mix all of a sudden?
I picked them last night.
Chip. Played in this group with my high school friends for 7 years, and it's been, no, this is year 8. There's been 7 different champions. Wow. But I've had the best regular season record, I think, 4 times. This will be the 5th year I've had first place again. I see it in the playoffs. Care about the money, I'll go get it back.
Shelby's up 28-7. What about Colonel Crawford?
They're down 27-0.
We close Unstoppable tonight with Bon Jovi's Living on a Prayer, a rock anthem that brings the crowd to its feet. Sing along and feel the rush as the Blue Devil Marching Band ends the show with a burst of energy. This is Living on a Prayer.
Hey, that when you're division.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2025 McDonald Blue Devils Marching Band.
Searching for stationery that feels personal? Make it truly inspired. From custom wedding invitations and greeting cards to business stationery and gifts, every design from Truly Inspired Paper Company is handcrafted in Ohio. Whether you're celebrating a milestone, saying thanks, or sharing everyday joy, we make it easy to create something beautiful and memorable. Visit trulyinspiredpaperco.com and make every message truly inspired.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
Back here inside the Sloan Concrete halftime show. Your score at the break, Hillsdale 27, McDonald 7. Travis Berardi back here with Brian Skoronsky. Before we get to the stats, I mean, what a half by Hillsdale. Big plays, solid defense, controlling the ball, and it has them up 3 scores here at the break.
With the exception of the one interception thrown by Kel Lewis, it was as picture perfect as you can possibly imagine if you're Trevor Klein and this coaching staff, the way that they were able to execute, project the big plays when they needed to, and most of them just quick passes to the perimeter and allow the blocking to formulate, let the speedsters get out to the edge and do what they do, and then defensively against a team that has been piling up points so far this season. 36.6 points per game so far during the playoffs. Falcons hold them in check and hold them out of the end zone there at the end of the first half.
Yeah.
I thought that was critical in leading to them having this 3-score advantage, which looks much different than it would have if it was just a 2-score game.
Absolutely, and they did it twice, though, in the red zone, too, because right before the interception, they held them on 4th down and goal. But taking a look at the stats, balance offensively for the Falcons, 319 yards of offense. Well, they did have the 79 and the 89-yard touchdown, the 42-yard touchdown, but that doesn't matter. 172 through the air, 147 on the ground, and they've held the two-headed monster to only 105 yards rushing. Now, it's only a couple chunk plays as well, a 23-yard run, a 20-yard run, and a 14-yard run. So other than 3 plays, we'll start with the 12-yard. So other than 4 plays, Hillsdale's been done very good at limiting the big playability of McDonald on the ground.
Yeah, and Casey Miller has been the offense for them. Typically, Zajac is the man that can provide that second fiddle within the running attack. Led them with 23 carries last week, almost had 100 yards and a touchdown. He's been super ineffective here tonight, and I think that all the credit has to go to Hillsdale, the game plan, the execution, and just playing your zone, being in your area.
Yes.
Do your job.
Yes.
Step up and do that against this style of offense. And so far, the Falcons, they're checking the boxes. They're being disciplined, Travis, and they have really stood out to me here defensively. And on the offensive side, it was pointed out to us, a season high given up by McDonald so far, 28. So Hillsdale, through just 2 quarters of play, they're right there.
Absolutely. Some individual offensive players from the first half. First, Puckett, he was 4 of 10 passing, 44 yards and an interception. Zajac, only 3 carries, 10 yards. Like you said, Miller's been their offense, 13 carries, 86 yards. Crumpack, 2 carries, 13 yards. He also has 2 receptions for 25. Miller, 2 catches for 19. But for the Falcons, Kale Lewis, 8 of 9 passing, 3 touchdowns, 172 yards, and then that interception. If he floats it just a little bit more, gets over that corner, that's probably another big. He's well over 200 yards passing with 4 scores. Owen Sloan, he's all the carries, 13 carries, 147, and a touchdown. And then 5 different receivers for the Falcons catching the ball. 4 catches, 26 yards for Brock Bauer. 1 catch, 89 yards to the house, touchdown, Hayden McFadden. 1 catch, 5 yards, Knox Lewis. 2 catches for 13 yards and a touchdown by Salyer. And then Radcliffe with that 42-yard bubble screen score as well. But we still got a minute and 20, so it has not yet been the Sloan Concrete halftime report. We still got some time. Hillsdale actually has to flip the field as well. But also penalty-wise, not much. 1 penalty for 5 yards for McDonald. 3 penalties for 30 yards for the Falcons. And Brian, let's thank our sponsors, our Hillsdale sponsors all year long. They've been great for us, so let's thank them. Sloan Concrete, locally owned and operated since 2005, specializing in both decorative and standard concrete services for the local area, marking 20 years of business. Simonson Construction Services. They've always been.
From concept to completion, baby.
Yeah.
They can provide a vision and make it happen.
Kind of lost my place there. Crosby Advisory Group. Invest, plan, and retire with Crosby Advisory Group. 89 homes, building homes, earning trust since 1979. Heffelfinger's Meats, located in Jeromesville, established in 1934. They specialize in retail and wholesale beef and pork. Contact them, 419-368-7131. Go Falcons. Buckeye Horizon. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Buckeye Horizon. Heating, cooling, and plumbing, your local Train Comfort specialist. Truly Inspired Paper Co. Here come the holidays. Shop our 2025 holiday collection online at trulyinspiredpaperco.com. onslaught.com. And Stoops Painting LLC, we provide ourselves on quality work and attention to small details. Request a quote by calling or texting Garrett Stoops at the number in the description. Thank you all for allowing us to bring you this state semifinal game on the OH Report. And we are underway for quarter number 3. McFadden gets the kick.
Late flag comes in here on the near side, lands at about the 25. This likely will go against the Falcons here. Look like the block that they're calling in question, Jesse Trevathan, right into the side, but that's been called block in the back more often than not. That's my guess is what we're looking at.
And we'll see here, and it is a, like you said, exactly, block in the back. And it will back up the Falcons here. As we start third quarter action, they lead 27-7.
Owen Sloan just 3 yards shy of eclipsing 2,000 yards for the season. I'm going to go all in, push my chips in the middle, says that he does that here on the first carry. Why not feed the beast? We saw how he set up his first carry in the first half. Maybe do we get a double feature here to start off quarter 3?
I mean, that would just be perfect for the Falcons here on the evening. They're going to start. They're going to decide the left hash here and begin 1st and 10 from their 15-yard line. 2 wide receivers out to the right for Lewis and Sloan in the backfield, and it is a handoff to Owen. Owen cuts back, and he's got himself the number across the 25, near first down yardage, and he's going to get it 10 yards on the carry, and there is the number.
What an incredible accomplishment for Owen Sloan. He's got all the records, rewritten the history books. He will go down in Falcons lore as the greatest running back that has ever donned one of those birdies on the side of the helmet. 72 career touchdowns as well. And he just needs 2 more touchdowns tonight to tie his single-season record that he set as a junior.
Fakes the handoff to him. It's an end around to Bauer. Bauer, 25, cuts back at the 30, wrapped up at the 31, still on his feet, moving towards the 35, still on his feet to the 40. It's a rugby scrum to the 41-yard line. 16 yards and another Heffelfinger meets first down.
And I love the scrum right there, moving the pile. And there's just something about an individual effort and energy that just seems to kind of cascade down from one man to the next. You saw it there on that last play for the Falcons, and those things can become infectious throughout the course of the night. They can also impact you on the flip side of it when you see things going well for your opponent. McDonald, the defense, this is a big drive for them. You got to be able to get off the field.
1st and 10, Sloan gets to the outside, cuts back, spins up to the 45-yard line. And I mean, hey, use that circle button when you need to. He gets 4 yards. It's 2nd down.
How about Quinn Schmidt just flies in there? Looked like he was going to have a shot at him in the backfield. Owen Sloan is just such a slippery player out there. Ends up with a 5-yard gainer when he probably should have been knocked down for a loss. Kid's been dynamite so far here tonight. Got the Falcons out near midfield.
2nd and 5 from their 46. Just underway here, second half. Big possession for the Falcons. They want some more momentum. It's going to be a stretch play left side Sloan. Sloan across midfield. He gets another 1st down yardage. And, I mean, it doesn't matter how many carries he has going into the half. He has that just extra jolt coming out, and it gets them into McDonald territory, 1st and 10.
Yeah, picks up 7 more right here. And look at the drive. Look at the engine burn there over the last 3. Got a defender on his back, and he pulls them all the way down to the 46-yard line. The Falcons have not been slowed down on offense yet. The one incompletion, even though it was caught, the interception.
It was caught the other way,
Lewis threw. That's the only thing that's kind of taken them out of rhythm. Other than that, it has been like a 12-piece quartet that is clicking on all cylinders.
Another
and here it goes again.
Bauer to the 30, Jutter steps. He's still on his feet. He's finally drug out of bounds at the 19-yard line. 26 yards. The end around works again.
Big-time playmaker. Brock Bauer, he's been that for them here tonight. Little variety pack as well. Couple of end arounds. He's been perfect so far with every target. He's brought those in too. Love what we are seeing here tonight from the 6-foot senior.
Officially out at the 20. It's 1st and 10. Falcons. Handoff right side, Sloan gets about to the 14-yard line. And it will be second down.
See that we have the flag icon up there. I'm not
I accidentally bumped the button. That's my fault.
It was a nice hold to the outside as well. Nice blocking out on the perimeter, and give credit there too to Aiden Saylor. Played some big time minutes so far here tonight as Sloan goes back to work right side.
10-5 out of bounds, just inside the 5 at the 2-yard line. 12 yards on the carry. Another Heffelfinger meets first down, first and goal. I mean, I don't know if there's much else you can say about him. He's just that great.
It's pretty much all been delivered. You guys know the 26 is the real deal, and I'm featuring him again right here, and I think that's probably going to be the game plan. Just give it to Owen. He'll find some type of a way to slither across the goal line.
Cuts back, and he does. 2 yards into the house. Falcons eaten now. 33-7. 2-yard touchdown run, his second of the night for Owen Sloan.
And how about 73 for the career here of the senior? He always seems to find a way. He's got the will, the desire, the drive, the skill set, the offensive line as well. Everything cooking out here for the Falcons. Feasting here on some leftovers on Thanksgiving. What's the day after? It's not Eve.
The beginning of Christmas.
Okay, that works. And they're opening some gifts here. Falcons fans loving it.
Bauer adds the extra point. It's 34-7. We'll be back.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
"37 yards, 5 carries, and a touchdown for Mr. Owen Sloan. Second of the night. He's over 150, approaching 175 as the Falcons up big here in the third quarter. Crumpack takes it, gets across the 30, up to about the 34-yard line, and that is where McDonald will start their first possession of the second half, down 27.
And I've been paying a lot of attention tonight here, Travis. Being color commentator, I'm trying to look at the game a little bit different. I'm just watching the sideline here for the Falcons, the exchange. When boys are coming in and out of the field here, watching some of the little guys that are walking around with the water bottles, the assistant coaches, and the energy is elite.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that that's transpiring out on the field. Obviously, there's a big carryover, and just when you get that full combined camaraderie, that's when you get performances like this where you're just absolutely taking it to the number 3 team in the state who has been lights out all season.
And it's like a business trip for them here tonight. 3 wide to the right for Puckett. He's going to look for the quick hitter, gets it to Miller. Miller at the 35, the 40, still on his feet, 45, out to midfield, across midfield. And that's going to be first down yardage.
Yeah, and a late hit, I think, as well here against Hillsdale. 2 hankies come in at the end of the play as he's over there on the sideline. Maybe not, but maybe something was said. Both officials did take the flags out of their pocket and threw them at the same time.
So I see pointing towards McDonald.
Yeah,
maybe.
it is.
So this not good after the big gain on the swing pass. It is
dead ball, personal foul.
So they'll get the first down. Oh, wait, it's going to be offsetting. So personal foul both ways, penalties offset. It will be first down at midfield.
Love what we're seeing from Casey Miller so far here tonight. The bright spot so far here for the Blue Devils, coming off a big performance last week. Had a $171 on the ground, and he's a shifty guy. He's keeping the Falcons on their toes here defensively. They just got to get a little bit of help from guys like Zajac. Can Crumpack come through? He was a difference maker a week ago with a couple of touchdowns on the ground, 5 catches, the leading receiver.
There's a quick out caught by Jordan Perry. He has first down yardage and across the 40 down to the 35. 15 yards, another Heffelfinger meets first down for McDonald as Puckett now getting the pass game going.
There's still 21 minutes remaining in this game, but at a certain point, I think that you've got to get out of this huddle system that you're going with. Kyle Puckett, I'm sure everybody has noticed, he runs over to the sideline, he talks to the coach, he gets the play, and then he trots it back, and they're not normally getting the snap off until there's 15 seconds or less on the play clock. Might have to switch that up here, just given the deficit.
Quick hitter right side, caught by Perry again at the line of scrimmage, breaks a tackle, gets the 30, gets out of bounds towards the 25. We'll see where he officially goes out, but it's another nice gain on first down. It'll set up second down and short as they will mark him down at the 26-yard line, 8 yards on the catch.
Yeah, Perry's been a big play threat all season long, over 40 catches for the year, averages 16 yards per clip. Nice big target for him. And you got to imagine they're going to be going through the air just about every down here moving forward.
Puckett will hand it off to Miller. Miller trying to get the first down yardage, and he isn't going to get anything. So, yeah, maybe they should have passed there because the Hillsdale defensive line this time up for the test, trying to get out, and that's a great jump. 26, that's Owen Sloan. Immediately getting to that outside to stop the chance of bouncing it out.
And I said just about every down. You still got to keep the defense a bit honest.
They gave him a yard, yeah.
The second and short situation, probably the right decision to go ahead and run it. And with the big back Zajac, this is really where I think number 10 can shine.
3rd and a yard. It's going to be a handoff to Zajac, and Zajac gets the first down. Give it to your big fullback and let him work, and he does. It's a Heffelfinger meets first down, the 8th of the night for McDonald. And, yeah, just let him bowling ball up. He needed a yard. He got 2. And I'm surprised it's only his 4th carry of the night.
Yeah, he's averaging about 91 yards per game on the ground, but for the Falcons, and we've talked about this on a couple of occasions defensively, it seems that they're really keying on that within the interior and their 4 down linemen. They've just not allowed much there within the trenches there, Travis. They've been eating them up, so they've had to go away from Zajac a little bit, and we've seen Miller, the scat back to the outside, now lining up in the slot. He's been a much bigger difference maker.
Puckett looking to pass. He's going to look downfield. Rolling to his right, throws it to his man Jordan Perry. It was like an escape valve there, and there's multiple flags on the play. We'll see what happened as, yeah, just a little check down, caught, and then he's taken down at the 20-yard line. We'll see what the flags are, though, however. It looks like it might be a hold. We'll await the call. No, a legal man downfield, actually, will be called on McDonald, so that little check down will be for naught, and it will back up McDonald 5 yards. And it just seems like every time they get something going, a mistake.
Penalties are ultimate drive killers. McDonald's experienced a couple of those so far here tonight. Puts them a little bit behind the 8 ball. But still, a lot of time, man. I know that they have not been able to slow down the Falcons, but at least they've been able to move the football. But this is where Hillsdale's been really good defensively, right outside the red zone.
1st and 15. Puckett looking to pass. He's going to go down the middle, and what a jumping catch at the 5. Down to the 2 is Jordan Perry. He caught a bullet from Puckett, and he gets 26 yards. It's 1st and goal. Watch this throw.
Yeah, that's a beauty. I like the catch even more, though. Reaching back behind the body. Pretty decent coverage on the play, but you see Radcliffe a step or 2 off, and now they're back in business. Chance for Zajac probably to get the football here and take it across the goal line for what would be his 14th touchdown of the year.
1st and goal from the 2. And it's going to be a sweep.
Oh, great play.
Into the end zone.
Yeah, how about that play design there? Everybody was anticipating what I was as well, that Zajac, the big 210-pound bowling ball, was just going to case it forward. Instead, Crumpack comes around, and the hole was about the size of Lake Erie out there, man. Nobody saw this coming, and it makes it, again, just a 3-score game.
Yeah, easily. That's a hole you could drive a truck through. 2 yards out, gets the score. And the extra point, we'll show you right here, is good to make it 34-14. Is all it's got to do is go across the bar, and it did there to make it a 20-point game. A little bit of momentum for McDonald, but can they stop Hillsdale? We'll see after the break.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
Back here at New Philly is Hayden McFadden. Gets the kick, gets across the 30, tries to break a couple tacklers, does not, gets to about the 32, and that is where Cale Lewis and company will start 1st and 10. McDonald making it a 20-point game once again, but it's been pretty much this Hillsdale offense doing whatever they've wanted so far in this game.
If you're the Blue Devils, you got to try to get a turnover, start sending some extra heat. Something needs to become a big break for them to really bust that levee and get back into this football game. Offensively, they've moved the ball very well so far. Capitalizing there on that last drive and getting some points was absolutely huge. Can you stop the Falcons? Basically, for the first time tonight, they have only stopped themselves with the 1 turnover.
Sloan gets the handoff, tries to get outside. Ankle tackle going to be made by Casey Miller, but still a nice gain for Owen Sloan, and I've said that over and over and over again tonight. He gets 6.
Yeah, it looks like stretched out a little bit there on the tackle by Miller on that left leg, and Owen is moving awful gingerly out there back into the huddle, so we'll have to keep a keen eye on that. And with the weather conditions being what they are, under 30 degrees out there, every other little tug and, pull and big hit on you, it's a factor times at least 2 in these type of cold, chilly conditions.
3 wide for Lewis, 2 to the right, 1 to the left, but he's going to fake the handoff and throw it out of the reach of Brock Bauer, and one of the first mistakes we've seen from Cale Lewis throwing here tonight, his first incompletion, nobody was able to touch. Led Bauer. Bauer saw the defender, that's Brady Klockner, so he kind of backed off a little bit, expecting the swing to be a little bit further out. Lewis did not, a little miscommunication, and it'll be 3rd down and 4. This is the longest 3rd down I believe Hillsdale's had this evening.
They have not been backed up behind the sticks, haven't faced a ton of 3rd downs either, Travis. They've been very good on the first couple of downs every drive so far up to this point. So for the Blue Devils, this is kind of a make-or-break play. Still a lot of time to go, of course. However, you got to try to get off the football field right here as they stack up in the box. Sloan's going to be
short. Gets the handoff, kind of jitters his way through the line, but only gets 3. He needed 4. And now decision time for Trevor Klein. And I think
as well,
there's plenty of time. Yeah, there's plenty of time on the play clock. It looks like they're going to go for it.
I would normally question this, but they have just been killing it at the point of attack here tonight. So this is one of those where you tell your big fellas, come on, let's go get one right here, just 1 yard, keep the offense on the field.
Lewis takes the snap, hands it off to Sloan. He didn't get it. He's going to be short. He went off to the right side, and McDonald was there. It's a turnover on downs. There's a little life for McDonald at the Hillsdale 37, and it was Crumpack that got in there and wrapped up Sloan before he could get the yard to gain. We do have a McDonald player down right now, but that's a big stop for McDonald, down 3 scores.
Yeah, show it to me one more time.
Yes,
I
sir.
want to give some love to Quinn Schmidt as well. He gets blocked here on the edge, but he's able to slip off of it just enough to help out the defensive back here off the blitz. Here he is, number 18, boom.
Yeah.
And that able to turn Sloan back sideways. Owen, normally we've seen him. He can lunge. He can move. He could put the football out in front. Might have been able to get the first down, if not for that extra effort there for number 18. And now we've got a football game. Now you've got your first stop officially here defensively, and can the pendulum of momentum swing enough in McDonald's favor, as there's a big applause out there for Amari Correal, who's up and off of the field. Big fella, they're going to need him here in the second half, 325-pounder in the middle.
Yeah, he's a first-team all-district offensive lineman for them, so immediately right now. Hopefully he can shake it off here in a play or two, but McDonald's offense is about to come right back out here. 4:42 left, down 3 scores, but they have prime positioning here at the Hillsdale 39. Like we said, though, I don't mind the call by Trevor Klein, because if you get that first down, you could probably run this down to the end of the quarter. They haven't stopped you yet. That was no gain. There has yet to be a negative play.
Wow.
Other than the interception by Hillsdale tonight. So I see what they were going with, and I'm fine with it. However, McDonald up for the task.
And Kyle Puckett, let's see if he's up for the task. Show me something here, buddy. You want to be the co-district player of the year. Now you've got the football back. You've got momentum on your side. Fans are going nuts here in this state Final Four game. See what he comes out and does here on first down.
Back to pass. Getting rushed, though. Wrapped up down at midfield. Huge loss. Karsten Stevens again gets him, and it'll be a loss of 11.
This guy has been a dog all night up front. He is eating too, filling up that dish for the second time. Get this man a bone. Love what we're seeing from him up front. Third time he's gotten to the quarterback. He almost had another one earlier in the game as well. Big-time difference maker at this point in the game.
Officially a loss of 10. It's second down and 20. And Mr. Stevens says, hey, Mr. Sloan, Mr. Lewis, I got you here. We'll get you the ball back quick. We'll see if that pans out. It's going to be a quick pass right side to Miller. Miller on the swing gets almost the yardage back from the sack. Gets about 7 there. It'll be third down and about 13.
So gets a little bit of the yardage back. 2 down territory. So you don't have to overextend here offensively. Probably putting together a call that can get you between 5 to 8 yards right here for this McDonald offense.
Falcon fans get loud once again. The stands here in the visitor's side of Woody Hayes Quaker Stadium packed. Puckett rolling to his left, looking to pass, runs up into the end.
Picked off.
He ran towards the line of scrimmage, let it go, and Aiden Hoffman there for the interception, and defense picks up the offense. They got the ball back. He just stepped right in front of Perry.
I don't even think he stepped in front of him. That's just a poor decision there by the senior quarterback. Just his third interception of the season, his 6th interception of the season, Travis. Moving to his left, shuffles the pocket, and that's just put right into the chest of Hoffman. Right place, right time, but you got to come up with the catch. That's exactly what number 7 did to flip the script again here in the Falcons' favor.
First and 10 Falcons from the 32. Fakes the handoff. It's a sweep left side to Bauer. Bauer gets a hole. Bauer gets up near the 40. They'll give him he's still in a pile. They'll give him the 38, so 6 yards on that carry. It'll be second down. And just the movement, the motion of Hillsdale's throwing McDonald off.
Bauer, too, with some powerful running. His last few carries, it's taken an army to bring him down.
That interception was, it was so big for Hillsdale. It kind of caught me off guard that he was so open on the other end. Hoffman, it was like he was the wide receiver there for him. It was that wide. Completely threw us off.
Yeah, ill-advised there by Puckett as we detailed. And now the Blue Devils defense.
Stretch play the Sloan, gets back into the middle. He gets the first down. 6 yards on the carry out to the 45. It's another Heffelfinger meets first down and 10. And Sloan, I mean, this offensive line, can't say enough about them, too, just opening up big, gaping holes.
And it feels, too, like for the defense for McDonald, you come out, you make the stop, you get the 4th down, the turnover on downs, and then all of a sudden, it's kind of a deflating moment there when your offense a couple of plays later gives it back. And so for Hillsdale here, this is a chance to really just kind of ice out the game. Drive down here and get a score. It's going to be real tough, but speaking of tough, how about that hit? Perry! Woo! Right in the face of Knox Lewis.
Kale throws it to his brother on the swing pass, and he was immediately met. I'm surprised he kept on to the hold of the ball, but Perry taking out some aggression there. It's officially a gain of 1, 2nd down and 9.
Knox Lewis, such a tough kid. I think he probably had something to say. He popped up immediately. He almost wanted to say, "That's all you got? Seriously, Mr. Perry?"
I didn't drop it. I got a gain of 1, 2nd and 9. 80 seconds left here, 3rd quarter. 2 wide to the left for Kale Lewis. Fakes the end around, getting rushed, throws it quick past to Sloan. Sloan gets back to the line of scrimmage. It will be 3rd down there. That's a smart move, though, by Lewis not to force it downfield with a rusher coming right in his face.
Yeah, same thing for Sloan as well. Gets the catch and doesn't dart out of bounds. Cuts back up inside on the boundary. Maybe only a gain of a half yard, but the clock continues to run. And after this next snap, you can take it into the 4th quarter here with a 20-point cushion.
That interception is so important, too, because it allowed Hillsdale, even if they don't get this 1st down, to change field position in case they were to punt it and back up McDonald. 30 seconds on the game clock. Lewis, he's going to look deep. Has a man down the left side, and it is in and out of the hands of Hayden McFadden. Oh, that would have been the dagger. Beautiful pass by Lewis. We talked about the wind not being a factor, and maybe a half yard behind McFadden. His speed, he kind of outran that, was unable to reach back for it, and it will be a punt situation here with 23 seconds left.
I had both my arms up in the air, signifying the touchdown call because McFadden had 2 steps on that one. Stunned he didn't bring it in as we got a flag comes in pre-snap. It'll
False
go
start
against
on Hillsdale,
the Falcons. Yeah, they'll back it up 5 more yards. Thought that was going to be career touchdown number 42 for McFadden. One more look here. You cannot put a better ball, perfect air, and they've connected on that one so many times over the last couple of years that it didn't feel real that Hayden didn't reel that one in and then trot into the zone.
So it will be a punting situation here for the Falcons. Kale awaiting the snap as the referee's trying to get 22 seconds on the clock. So they'll wait for that to get changed by the clock crew, but McDonald, after the mistake, holding, but time becoming a factor here, down 3 scores. Still waiting. There's the clock at 22 now. And we are ready to boot this away. Crumpack standing at his own 25. Snap back, kick is away. Angling left or right. Crumpack catches it at the 21, breaks a tackle. The 30, 35, out to about the 37-yard line. And that is where McDonald will start with 13 seconds left here in the 3rd.
This kid's a game changer. He can break things off, of course, in the special teams. We've seen it on a couple of occasions. They're actually going to mark him to the 39 here. So quality field position for McDonald. Puckett just has not been able to really solve the riddle that is this Falcons defense so far here tonight. They've moved the ball pretty well so far. They're racking up the offensive yardage. However, the Falcons have created some chaos, a couple of interceptions, held them out of the red zone on a couple of occasions as well.
Puckett hands it off up the middle, and nothing doing there. Maybe 1 yard on the carry, but Miller unable to get anything going on that. And that will end the 3rd quarter. Stick up the 4s, Jeromesville. You were 12 minutes away from going back to Canton. We'll see. Does McDonald have one last run in them, or will the Falcons cruise to a win? We'll find out after the break.
At Stoops Painting, we pride ourselves on quality work and attention to detail. We handle interior and exterior projects and always go the extra mile to ensure satisfaction. Call or text Garrett Stoops at 419-606-9015 for a free consultation or quote. That's 419-606-9015.
What time is it, Mr. Skoronsky?
It is money time, baby!
12 minutes away for the Falcons between them and back-to-back state championship appearances. Who will they play? Well, we don't know. St. Henry 13, Grove 10 at the end of 3, but Columbus Grove is driving, as I'm looking at the folks from the Lima News on the X or Twitter or whatever you want to say that social media thing is, but that game's still in question. This one, maybe not, but McDonald still has something to say. If they can get a quick score here, get it to 2 possessions, you never know what could happen.
Yeah, I think with all these veterans they have, and I'm just looking at the audio cast, it does still say that we're in the second quarter, Travis. I was getting some text messages.
Oh. Well, I can change that here in a second.
We'll update that for you guys.
It's a Crumpack sweep around. It's eaten up by Hillsdale. He's going to get maybe back towards the original line of scrimmage, but it will be second down. I'm going to go down here and adjust that for you folks, but not what you wanted to see there. So it'll be second down and 14 after the loss of 4 by Crumpack.
That's a huge third down play coming up here. You're behind the sticks. The Falcons have been feasting like it's Thanksgiving leftovers here on the defensive front. No pressure here, though, but the ball way underthrown, looking for Crumpack. Excellent defense on the play. Ratcliffe right there to shut it down.
Yeah, just a underthrown ball, and it will be third down and long. We are in the fourth here, not the second quarter here from there we go. And we'll get a timeout. There we go. I fixed it.
Way to go, Travis. All right, just letting all of our other crews know. I noticed that we're in the second quarter everywhere, even though we're actually in fourth quarter. So just wanted to make sure that you guys are following along live and free. We wish we didn't have to do this, but those Spectrum folks and their fancy exclusive rights. But, man, what a game that we've had here. We've had a bit of everything. And it's kind of a reverse role for McDonald from a week ago when they finally got over the hump. They were 0-6 against Mogador in the playoffs. They had been owned in that head-to-head. But in that game, they scored on the first drive that they had in the game. They scored coming out in the second half, and they answered the 2 touchdown drives that were put together by the Cats in that game. It's the exact opposite storyline so far here tonight. It has been Hillsdale that's been able to score basically at will. Blue Devils getting it going a bit, though, here defensively right now. But you got to pick up this 4th and 14, or the lights might be going out for the night in the season. Huge play coming up.
Snap back. Puckett looking right side. Deflected, incomplete. Hillsdale takes over. Didn't even get past the line of scrimmage on the throw as it was knocked down, and the Falcons take it over. We'll see who had the deflection. And actually nobody. It was just a lame duck. Slipped out of his hands. So the Falcons, a chance to really put this game on ice with this possession all the way down already at the McDonald 35.
Yeah, that's a huge play right there, and possibly could have been an outstretched arm there of Knox Lewis that got a little paw on it. The deflection almost ended up in the hands of Brady Heller. However, phenomenal field position here for the Falcons from the 35-yard line. You can start salting this away right now here, picking up a couple of first downs, moving the football, and that's what they're going to do with a big first down run.
Owen Sloan. I mean, this is the guy that's going to take you to the promised land. He gets 8 yards on that carry as he's approaching 200 for the night. Again, this could be the this would be the third consecutive game of 200 yards rushing for the all-time record holder.
And 2 carries ago, he goes over 5,000 yards for his career. Not quite Derrick Henry territory and the all-time leader in the history of the country, but that's just crazy numbers right there when you consider that you just get about, 12, 13 games if you're lucky. But for these Falcons, it's been a whole lot more than that here these last couple of years, looking to move into Week 16 for the second consecutive season. And they're going to be about 1.5 yards shy here of the first down on the second down stop.
Yeah, Sloan got a yard out of it. He is over 200 yards again. He's at 207, I believe, at least from my numbers right now. But the third consecutive game in the postseason, don't remember quite what his numbers were against Canton Valley, but he's just doing it in the biggest of stages so far. He has one more stage, though, to show out on, and that's going to be next week. Third and 1 for the Falcons. It's going to be a pitch left to Sloan. Cuts back, has the first down. 25, cuts back at the 20. Taken down at the 18-yard line. That's going to be a 9-yard carry. It's going to be a Heffelfinger meets first down, and the ones watching the game, watch this. Whoop!
Yeah, good stuff. Driving back into the red zone here for the Falcons. Consecutive carries here for Sloan, 3 in a row. Got him back in business as the clock melting away, burning down under 10 minutes to go. And you can start to feel it just a little bit here. You talked about the big stage and what lies ahead. Only one more week remaining in the high school football season. They wanted this journey. They've been talking about it since they lost in the state championship game last December. And they're right here on the precipice with Sloan getting his 4th straight carry and diving forward out near the 11-yard line.
Yeah, just took it off to the left side once again. Gets down close to the 10-yard line. It'll be second down and short, and all this is doing, positive yards, running time off the clock, and setting up what was probably going to be the game-clinching score. Gain of 6, second and 4. They can get a first down at the 8-yard line. 9 minutes left here from New Philadelphia. Split wide receivers for Lewis. Sloan once again in the backfield right behind him. It'll be a handoff to Owen. Left side gets a hole for a second. It's eaten up, but he stays on his feet to get enough for a first down at the 6.
Yeah, he just ran right through Miller. It looked like he was going to get stacked up, brought down, but the engine always revving, moving, grinding forward out to that 6-yard line, setting up a first down and goal here for the Falcons, and the clock continuing to move.
And smart by Trevor Klein and Cale Lewis, too. They're letting the clock get down to about 6 seconds as well. Officially at the 7-yard line, first and goal. Pitch left side, Sloan. Sloan has blockers to the outside, to the end zone! Jeromesville, start making plans for next Saturday. Hat trick once again for number 26. It's 40-14.
74th career touchdown for Owen. Ties last year's single season mark here with this score. And how about this? Fakes like he's going to go to the inside, sets up the blockers, back to the perimeter, into the end zone, in front of the band as well. Rejoice, Falcons fans. Starting to pull away with this one here when it matters most. 8:19 showing in the 4th, and the PAT is good.
41-14 the score. We'll take a break and be back after this.
At Stoops Painting, we pride ourselves on quality work and attention to detail. We handle interior and exterior projects and always go the extra mile to ensure satisfaction. Call or text Garrett Stoops at 419-606-9015 for a free consultation or quote. That's 419-606-9015.
Owen Sloan's third score of the game gets Hillsdale back over 40 once again. They lead at 41-14. As McFadden pumped up, gets that over the head of Crumpack. Had to go all the way back to his 5 to get that. Doesn't get to the 20, but a flag is on the play. We'll see what that is, but now McDonald's going to need crazy things to happen if they want to keep their season alive, because Hillsdale's got this one in hand.
8th time this season they've been over 40 points. Insult to injury. It's a holding penalty. McDonald's going to be backed up there after the short return. And it just has not been their night here against the number 5 team in the state. The Blue Devils look like they might be a team of destiny. First Final Four since 1994 in their 100th season, and they just had all the makings of some great storylines and capping it off with a trip back to Canton. But this has been about Trevor Klein's Falcons. They've set the precedent that the storyline all offseason for them was, let's work hard, let's only talk about this week, but we know what the ultimate goal is. That's basically all they've detailed and talked about every week since we've had them in the MVP interviews, Travis. And to see this basically all but coming to fruition, only 8 minutes away, and a fumble on the field, and the Falcons have it. I think, no, they're calling him down. Heller's got the football.
Zajac got the pitch, gets across the 10, and
he's stripped.
I don't know if there was a knee down or anything, but he got stripped. Referee on this close side said, though, he was down, so give him 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
Oh, Brady Heller wanted that one, man. That would have had them set up again just outside the 10-yard line with the football. This defense has been so spectacular all season long, and again here tonight, only giving up 10 points per game all season as that's underthrown. They called it a catch. I think it hopped into the hands of the receiver. Didn't help him.
Well, let's see the replay and see what happened, because, he was down on the ground anyway when he caught that. Knees down anyway at the 12, so that's going to be a loss of 2. It'll be 3rd down and 8.
And this is where the Falcons have been at their best so far here tonight. Passing situations for Kyle Puckett where they've been anything beyond 6 or 7 yards, Travis, and that's where the Falcons have certainly, they've stirred up a lot of chaos so far defensively up front, and then with the multitude of turnovers they've created in the secondary now.
3rd and long, 6:45 left. It's going to be a pitch. It's going to be a halfback toss. Ball's in the air. Man's open. Bobbled it. It was in and out of the hands. It will be 4th down. He had it, but was unable to bring it in.
Zajac with a pretty nice touch here, lobbing it up. Harry on the flag route, and it's right off of his shoulder pad. Mistimed it a bit, and the punt unit is coming on here for the Blue Devils.
Yeah.
Throwing in the white flag.
So here's a stat that you'll probably find very intriguing. Hillsdale's only had 1 fumble recovery officially on the season. That could have matched their season total right there, but nonetheless, they get the stop, they'll get the ball back, and it'll be, well, we'll see. Does Trevor Klein give his backups a chance to play in a state semifinal up big with 6.5 minutes? We'll have to find out here. Punts away. It's not going to get to midfield as it takes a right at Albuquerque and stops at the 46. So the Falcons, 1st and 10.
Well, I think it's the right move. The game's in hand. It's all but over. The white flag has been raised over on the opposite side by your opponent. there is no need to send Owen Sloan, Kale Lewis, Hayden McFadden, and the boys back out there. It does look like their day is done. High fives and hand claps all the way around, and it's just impossible not to feel just so happy for this Falcons team and this group of seniors. Throw Kale in there, of course, as well. He's been the leader for them, and it looks like he's going to continue to captain the ship out here offensively.
Reed Major will now come in for the Falcons to run the ball on the season for Major. 46 yards on 7 carries and a touchdown for him. But he will get a chance to get some time in a state semifinal. Also, Aiden Hoffman, who just got the handoff, left side, 45-40, 35-30, has one man to beat, still on his feet, finally out of bounds at the 20-yard line. And Aiden Hoffman, who has a pick tonight, now gets a rush for a big gain.
Yeah, it's going to officially be a 26-yard pickup all the way down to the red zone, and that has been the winning formula tonight for the Falcons. They have got explosive plays from a handful of different guys. Pretty much everything that they have called tonight has worked out to perfection. So you really got to credit, A, the coaching staff, but B, the players stepping up. When they've had their opportunities, we've called a few names and numbers that have not had big seasons until tonight. Hoffman, again, with the carry.
15 down to the 12-yard line. Clock continues the run. He gets himself about 8 yards. And Hoffman just continues to run. He has about the same amount of yardage as Major coming into this game. But give him 8 more.
And
nearly up to his mark already for the season in 2 runs.
Another guy, just like we saw earlier in the game off of the touchdown catch for Saylor, that you're just not game planning for. You're not quite ready for somebody to have a burst like that, like we just saw from Hoffman, as the Falcons are lined up, and they're going to let the play clock slide down all the way to 6 before they take the snap.
Sweep to Hoffman, gets to the 10-yard line. He gets a first down. Needed 3, he got 3, and another Heffelfingers meets first down, the 16th for the Falcons. As now, this could be a big score too, because it would be another running clock for the Falcons, and a running clock in a state semifinal at that.
Yeah, really their only test that they've had during this postseason. Last week, regional championship, and that rematch against the Danville Blue Devils had to pull out a 5-point victory. Other than that, 48-7 Sims Valley, no problem. 63-6 over Canton Valley to start off their postseason journey.
Hoffman, another sweep, gets maybe a yard or 2. It'll be second down, but that clock running under 5 minutes now.
And if you're Kel Lewis, you got to take a page out of Joe Burrow's book from last night, where you're just telling your guys, hey, lots of time out there, and you're literally counting down the seconds on the play clock. No sense in snapping it anywhere before at least 5 seconds. So veteran move out there by Kel, just milking away this clock, and you can start to smell it a little bit, man. Those tickets to Canton getting even closer.
2:35 is the unofficial mark for Owen Sloan tonight with 3 touchdowns. Aiden Hoffman looking to get in the end zone. He gets the sweep, cuts it back up the middle, still on his feet, getting pushed, and gets down to about the 5-yard line. They'll give him the 6. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 6. 2 yards on the carry there.
And the Falcons have just had a little bit of extra it factor so far here tonight. Just little plays like that, just driving the pile a little bit, allowing your big fellas to feel like they're having huge impact, even though it's a minimal gain. That's been the team concept so far here tonight for the Falcons since the very first play where Owen Sloan got ghost for, what was it, a 78-yard touchdown
79,
run to set the stage. And ever since then, it's just not slowed down. This offense has been dynamic from the opening snap.
It's a sweep. This time it's Major. Major right side. Cutting it. Gets towards the end zone. He'll be down at the 1. It'll be a gain of 7 for Reed Major.
Major with his 8th carry of the season. He's over 50 yards. Does have a rushing touchdown. And down here inside of the 1, this might be Kel Lewis, maybe, on a quarterback keeper.
I would not risk the chance of a rolled ankle or anything on that. Give it to one of the backups. Give it to Hoffman or Major. Hey, I scored in the state semi. something like that. I would not risk, though, on a keeper unless he calls his own number then, But Kale's coming over to the sideline. They're going to talk it over, let the clock run down to 1 second, and Trevor Klein's going to waste his first time out of the night. And while we have a moment, that'll allow us to thank our sponsors one more time here tonight, providing the audio cast and us here. Brian, you go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to thank all the amazing sponsors that work with us for Hillsdale Athletics, because without them, we're not here providing you live and free coverage. So shout out to Crystal Sloan, the whole gang over there at Sloan Concrete. They are a locally owned and operated company since 2005. They do both decorative and standard concrete services for the local area. Congratulations, 20 years in business. The AMVETS, a nonprofit organization serving veterans and community, they would like to wish the Falcons the best of luck this season. Simonson Construction Services, Inc., from concept to completion, they can make it happen. Give them a call. Check them out. The website listed down in the description below. Heffelfinger's Meats, Inc., out of Dromesville, established way back in 1934, specializing in retail and wholesale beef and pork. Contact him. Give him a call. Probably not at work right now. Probably everybody's out here at the game, but it's 419-368-7131. Tonight's broadcast also presented by Buckeye Horizon Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your local Train Comfort Specialist, and by Stoops Painting. Love you guys. Appreciate you.
4th and goal, handoff. Hoffman met in the backfield. He's still rolling. He's still on his feet, trying to get the end zone. He does not. It's a turnover on downs. McDonald at least keeps Hillsdale out of the end zone and keeps from a running clock, but now they have to go 99 yards and 2:32 to at least get on to the board. Also want to thank Truly Inspired Paper Company, Zach Truax and Company.
Yeah, shout out to my boy ZT, the playoff voice of the Falcons last year, their good luck charm, helping them along the way to Canton. And we've allowed the golden pipes of Mr. Berardi be the legacy builder here for the Falcons
have my
this year.
ticket punched to Canton next Saturday morning, 10:30.
Yeah, pretty convenient drive for you.
Absolutely, being in Mass, that's about a 20-minute drive. Let's see if we can get a score from still last check, 13-10 St. Henry over Columbus Grove.
And I tell you what, I think the Falcons would love an opportunity to go head-to-head with
against the MAC team?
Yeah.
Well, we have two squads playing for a state championship. Shelby has a running clock.
Wow.
Big Walnuts cut the game to 23-15 on Cincinnati Anderson as well.
Let's go, B-Dub. Team's coming back. Dude, how about the job that Trevor Klein has done?
Oh,
can we talk about that for a moment?
Yes.
This is about to be win number 71 for my man. He's just in year number 8 with the program, and a kid that was born and raised in the community, coached the middle school teams, came on as an assistant when he was in college, and then just such a young, fresh-faced kid taking over the job in his early 20s. And all he's done, Travis, is go to the playoffs every single season, continuing on the legacy. 10 consecutive playoff appearances now for the Falcons as Miller gets belted here at the end. Took a big pop from Borman, but it looks like he's got a first down carry. But
that's an area record, right, for what, Ashland-Maslin area?
Yeah, the Ashland area. That, according to Doug Haydett, fantastic writer for the Ashland Source. And he said, he gave me the finger air quotes when he said area for Ashland. But we consider that probably, Ashland, Mapleton, Black River, and Hillsdale.
Yeah, Loudonville.
Oh, yeah,
throwing
the birds.
Under 90 seconds left. It's a fake. It's going to be a sweep to Miller. Miller still on his feet. Jitterbugging, juking, jiving. Now he has some space. Gets across the 20, up towards the 24. He ran about 30 yards to get 7. It'll be second down.
Yeah, that was special. This McDonald community, boy, are they going to miss these seniors that they've had. Miller has been so exciting. Of course, Kyle Puckett had an awesome senior season and just an amazing career to be under center and run that offense for multiple years like he's done. McDonald's had just such a great run here over these last couple of years. No better stretch, though, than this season. And
hey, Jack. Yeah.
Here's another senior who's going to be lost. And guys like Drew Zajac, that's his first run tonight where he wasn't basically hit at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, getting some extra yardage against the twos from Hillsdale. But, hey, finish off the career with some great yardage here. Clock to 30. They're going to move the sticks.
Yeah, it should be the final snap coming up.
So Friday morning and Saturday morning, the OH Report will have themselves an audio cast from Canton. It's a final. Hillsdale will play St. Henry. They will get the MAC for a chance at the state title. St. Henry holds off Columbus Grove 13-10, and they reset the clock. They don't have to snap it again. It is over. For the second consecutive season, the Hillsdale Falcons are playing on the final day. They will play for a Division VII state championship. 41-14 is the final. We'll take a break. When we come back, Brian will talk to our MVP down on the field.
At Stoops Painting, we pride ourselves on quality work and attention to detail. We handle interior and exterior projects and always go the extra mile to ensure satisfaction. Call or text Garrett Stoops at 419-606-9015 for a free consultation or quote. That's 419-606-9015.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain train heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local trained comfort specialist.
Searching for stationery that feels personal? Make it truly inspired. From custom wedding invitations and greeting cards to business stationery and gifts, every design from Truly Inspired Paper Company is handcrafted in Ohio. Whether you're celebrating a milestone, saying thanks, or sharing everyday joy, we make it easy to create something beautiful and memorable. Visit trulyinspiredpaperco.com and make every message truly inspired.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports. I am now hanging out with your MVP, brought to you by 89 Homes. Aiden Hoffman showing out here tonight, getting some offensive carries at the end of the game, and then defensively, I thought you guys were fantastic. This McDonald team, I think it's the highest scoring season they've had in the history of their program, which has been a really good, consistent program for 100 years. So talk to me about that side of the football and just how well you guys were able to play. How'd you get it done?
So we knew coming into the game they run the ball. Most of the time they had big guys that try to run us over. So we knew we had to be one of the most physical we've been all year. I felt like we just showed up, and that's why we won the game.
Big plays at the beginning of the game really sparked this thing for you guys, and I noticed just a certain level of energy on the sideline that just kind of, it felt like one big family, and then you just all were passing that off. So just describe to me what it was like to be a part of this team overall and collectively the belief in the overall effort.
Yeah, making it a state game last year, we knew we had to come back. We needed redemption from that game, and that's been our goal from week one. We wanted to get back here. We had excitement going into the games, and we played our butts off trying to get here.
To talk about it is one thing, but to accomplish it, to have this mission go your way is a totally other story, and you've been able to do that, checking all the boxes up to this point. What about this group has allowed you to overcome a couple of hurdles and get back to the chance where you're playing on the final day of the season for a second straight year?
I think our leadership and our work ethic drove us this way, and I just think it's been awesome going this far, you know? And that's what helped us.
Well, Marion Local's out of the picture, but another MAC school, St. Henry, the winner tonight, that is going to be your opponent coming up on Saturday. So I'm sure you don't have any scouting report on them, but just an opportunity to play that team out of that conference. How much are you looking forward to that matchup?
I'm excited. We need redemption. We're going to come and be ready. We're going to be physical.
Quickly, what do you anticipate this next week looking like for you guys? You're going to be playing on Saturday morning. How do you get locked in and mentally prepared for a state championship game?
We got to watch a lot of film. We got to keep working. Practice has to be fantastic this week. and we just need a lot of support from the community. We'll be good to go.
I'm sure that you're going to deliver on all of those different metrics. Yep. Aiden Hoffman, our MVP. Who do you want to shout out, my friends?
I want to shout out my family, God, and all my teammates and coaches.
All right, hey, congratulations. One more week. That's your 89 Homes MVP.
Searching for stationery that feels personal? Make it truly inspired. From custom wedding invitations and greeting cards to business stationery and gifts, every design from Truly Inspired Paper Company is handcrafted in Ohio. Whether you're celebrating a milestone, saying thanks, or sharing everyday joy, we make it easy to create something beautiful and memorable. Visit trulyinspiredpaperco.com and make every message truly inspired.
Back here to wrap things up from New Philadelphia Woody Hayes Quaker Stadium, where the Hillsdale Falcons will play on the final day of the Division 7 regular season, where the season, as they make it back to the state championship game, they'll face St. Henry on Saturday, next Saturday, 10:30 a.m. You will have an audio cast for you here on the OH Report as I welcome Brian Skoronsky back in after his interview on the field. But, I mean, this game was set on the first offensive play from scrimmage when Owen Sloan went to the house from 79 yards out, and from there it was just what Hillsdale's done pretty much all year long.
Snowball effect, my friend, and when you got the juice and you capture it, you're able to take it to that next level. And for this Falcons team, they were handing off the torch. Everybody that got it was picking it up and running with it. So it was a total collective team effort. Kale Lewis was awesome. You look at the over 500 yards that they had, and the rushing yards too. Owen Sloan, another impressive performance. He's been our MVP just about every other week so far throughout the course of the season. Easily could have been our pick here tonight.
Also,
what a special night.
What we didn't mention was he's over 2,000 yards for the season now.
We did mention that.
Did you?
Yeah, that's okay.
Still, yeah. I didn't mention, you did. But he was at 1850 coming into it, 235 on 28 carries and 3 scores, the hat trick.
Yeah.
And then 172 of those passing yards were in the first half. They didn't have to pass the ball in the second half. That's, again, the same thing that's happened all year because they've just had such big leads that they haven't needed to go downfield or use those pop passes. And a great night for Kale Lewis. He started off 8 for 8 with 3 touchdown passes, and then the tough interception in the second half. Just a couple little dink passes that weren't to be. But other than that, the one blemish was that turnover, just a little bit under the ball. If we would have got a little bit more on it, it might cleared, and it might have been another touchdown from there. But other than that, I mean, just a phenomenal performance on both sides for Hillsdale. McDonald coming in with back-to-back 40-point outputs on offense. They hold them to 14, actually 7, because that 14th point came when this game was already out of hand.
And this is a team with a lot of prestige. You're talking about, 4 regional championships, been to the state finals a couple of times, the 100th season of football. So for this Hillsdale team to shut down more or less an offense that has been humming the way that they were all season long, averaging almost 37 points per game during the playoffs and 36 per game overall throughout the course of the entire season coming in here to tonight, I really felt that it was just one of those magical type of evenings. You talk about the first carry and Owen Sloan really just lighting the fuse, but defensively, boy, did they rise to the occasion. Heard from the MVP, Aiden Hoffman, about just how they had such a potent running attack that nobody's really been able to solve that so far this season. Well, they took one of those 2 backs out of the equation here tonight. Zajac, a non-factor. Didn't have his first carry for more than a couple of yards until he went head-to-head with the second unit there on the last drive. So to do that, to have all the turnovers that they had against Puckett as well, I thought that this was arguably the best overall performance that Hillsdale's put together this season given the competition.
No, absolutely. I mean, it's the number 3 team in the state. They were undefeated, 13-0 coming into this. They had a right to be here as well, but the Falcons showed why they want to get back to Canton. They're now, check it all off the list. The only blemish was the WCAL championship, but that might have even lit a fire under them as well.
Maybe.
Now they get St. Henry for the great goal of winning a state championship, and we'll have it for you in an audio cast and a highlight afterwards. The audio synced highlights coming back.
Let's go,
we'll
baby.
Have that for you next Saturday at Canton Hall of Fame Stadium. Hillsdale 13-1. They'll play St. Henry. McDonald finishes the season 13-1. And oh, by the way, we'll have another one because the Shelby Whippets will roll. They'll play Friday morning, and last I checked, it was
how's Big Walnut?
29-22, Big Walnut trailing.
Down to the last minute.
So that's going to come down to the wire. Kirtland's up 49-22, so that one is out of hand. But we'll have at least 2 more teams. We are playing to the final day of the regular season as well, Brian.
And I got an opportunity to talk to a couple of parents down there on the field for Hillsdale. They're so geeked up because the message all off season up through now has been, we want to get back. We want to get back. We want to finish things off. We didn't like how last season ended, and as Hoffman detailed for me, it's, that's been the belief that they've had this entire journey up to this point, and all they've done is collect the wins and do everything they needed to do to be back in this position. And this year, they're not going up against a behemoth. It's not David versus Goliath.
Nope.
St. Henry may be a team that will be favored in that game, but I guarantee you that the Falcons are going to come out there playing for keeps, and it's going to be a very competitive football game coming up next Saturday morning. Cannot wait to be in the house over there in Canton.
Well, I cannot wait to get back up to OH.REPORT World Headquarters East in Massillon so I can restream the whole game. Everybody that listened to this, you're going to probably want to watch the big plays that Hillsdale laid off. So we're going to get out of here and get ourselves ready for, the game tomorrow.
The game.
The game. And then I have a game that is the game of the year so far for me in Pittsburgh, the Bills-Steelers game on Sunday, and then we'll be right back to work next week as, we get basketball, but we still have 2 football teams remaining. Want to thank everybody that helped make things possible tonight, Mr. Skoronsky. As always, it's a pleasure working with you. Jeremy Peoples.
Love you too, Jonathan. Way to go.
Yeah, Jeremy Peoples, great camera work upstairs. And then all of our sponsors that have supported the Hillsdale Falcons all year long.
You're the best.
They are phenomenal people as well. Simonson Construction Services, Sloan Concrete, 89 Homes, Crosby Advisory Group, Heffelfinger Meats, Buckeye Horizon, Truly Inspired Paper Company, and Stoops Painting. Want to thank the fine folks here, New Philadelphia, for hooking us up with a great spot to show the game, as well as the OHSAA for allowing us to bring you this audio cast, as well as the video stream that you're going to be seeing in replay as well. 2 more games left on the docket for the football season. Shelby and Hillsdale, as you take a look one final time at Owen Sloan going 79. For Brian, for Jeremy, I'm Travis saying so long from New Philly.